Greetings, salutations, and other big words. My name's Ethan. My handle is Wrangler. Welcome to Frequency Studios. Yes, the regular weekly Wing a show is still happening tonight, but I figured I'd come on a little bit early and start doing a Metroid Dread playthrough because I've been trying to do this for a while, and I think I finally got it figured out how to make it work. So hopefully this isn't coming across all glitchy for you. We're going to see. But the regular show will still be happening tonight. This will probably run into that, but the other guys should be showing up then. So for the time being, got the Joy-Con ready, and I haven't played this in a few months, so I'm going to be a little rusty, probably get, a little dyslexic on some of these buttons, but should be fun. Let's see how I do. So here we go. Metroid Dread. And I'm going to new game that one. Accept. Here we go. Hey, Anthony. Hey, Nikolai. Good to see you guys. Metroid. Virulent, I can't say that word, floating organism that drained energy from its prey through physical contact. Metroids were originally created by the Chozo and named after their word for ultimate warrior. Their value as a bioweapon sparked several crises, and as a result, all traces of them have been eliminated. They are now extinct. X-parasite, a gelatinous parasitic organism indigenous to the planet SR388. It could absorb the DNA of its host, living or dead, and replicate its form when infecting a living host. It could even access the host's memories. X-parasites were driven not by emotion, but by an instinctive need to replicate and spread to increasingly stronger hosts. Their inability to be controlled marked them as even more dangerous than their sole predator, the Metroids. Like the Metroids, they are believed to be extinct. With no Metroid surviving on SR388, it became infested with the X, horrifying parasites capable of imitating any living being. Unaware of this, I set foot on the planet, got infected, and almost died. The only thing that saved me was a vaccine created from Metroid DNA, which also left me uniquely able to oppose the X. This ability was tested immediately when I went to a Biologic Space Laboratories, BSL, research station to investigate a distress signal. She always blows everything up, doesn't she? There I battled many powerful X forms, including the SA-X, which was the X mimicking me in my power suit at full strength. I eventually eliminated the X menace on SR388 by setting the BSL research station on a collision course with the planet. After that, the X and Metroids were just memories, or so we thought. Just when it all seemed over, the Galactic Federation received a mysterious video transmission. It showed an X, alive and in the wild. Thorough analysis proved the video was real. Although the sender was unknown, the transmission was traced to a particular planet. It was called ZDR. If the X had somehow escaped extinction out there, they would pose a threat to the entire galaxy. The Galactic Federation, these guys are just so competent, dispatched a research team of 7 EMMI, or EMI, to investigate. Look at that toaster. An EMMI is a large research robot designed to capture field samples and extract their DNA. Their incredible mobility and protective plating, made of the strongest stuff in the universe, practically guaranteed the mission's success. Oh, come on. The Federation is this is the brainchild of the Federation. We know that this isn't going to be a success. But not long after their arrival on ZDR, all communication was lost. What is happening on ZDR? Is the planet really infested with X? As the only one immune to the parasites, it's up to me to go there and find out. And so begins another adventure. Nikolai, I could use you in here, man. You could throw acid at the bad guys.
We'll soon be entering ZDR's atmosphere.
Oh, goody. I really do like the new look of Samus's suit. Bounty does not seem appropriate for this mission. Usually does. I didn't think if they changed Samus's suit, I would be happy about it, but I really hope they stick with this look from now on.
Entering the atmosphere in T minus 10. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
That look kind of cool, but does it make sense to accelerate when rushing into an atmosphere? I don't think so. Well, this isn't the usual time, Anthony, so he might not even know what's happening. This was kind of spur of the moment.
That elevator leads to the depths of an underground facility. Signal quality is likely to be low. Remote communication remains difficult. Try to connect to the facility's network when you reach the bottom. That way, you can remain in contact. Many objectives, maybe.
Pretty much what they're doing right here is showing you how you're going to have to fight when you face them at the end. He was a big dude. What do you guys think? Do you like the blue or the gold better? I'm so split on those two. I mean, they both look great. It's go time. Whoops. The exhibition rooms.
Uploading data.
So you've accessed a network station. Well done, Samus. I have reviewed your vital signs and video log from the data you uploaded. I've run a
I'm
full
sure.
analysis, but I cannot account for why you lost consciousness. My readings indicate dramatic physical changes in you. Whatever caused these changes seems to have stripped you of most abilities. You might call it physical amnesia.
Will they ever cease to come up with ways of how to strip her of powers at the beginning of each game?
That brings me to your assailant. I am checking the
Physical
Federation
amnesia.
database. Your video log. It appears to have been a Chozo. The attacker's identity is not yet clear. I have determined that you are somewhere within the depths of ZBR. Your top priority should be to return to your ship on the surface. This situation is precarious. Trust your instincts as you navigate upward. This planet appears to consist of multiple areas. Shuttles, elevators, and other modes of transport connect them. Keep an eye out for ways to reach the surface.
Oh, like a Metroidvania.
The ship's location is marked on your global map. Check it for yourself. You may encounter pockets of low temperature. Your Metroid DNA renders you vulnerable to such environments. Spending time in cold areas will be harmful to you.
I wish I realized that before. I live in New England.
There are many such cold areas scattered underground. Do not enter them with your basic power suit. One final thing. Underground interference is preventing radio transmissions. Check in with me at any network stations you find.
Let's rock. Go away. Beat it. Yeah, she certainly has come a long way. Ninja. So if these things are so tough, you got to kind of ask, who did that to it? The energy from the central unit transformed the arm cannon into an Omega cannon. Omega Blaster online. Ready for the junkyard. I gotta admit, standing this close to the TV is a little wonky on the eyes. I'm usually back further. Don't we all have a door like that in our house? Good insulation. Don't worry, the cutscenes do thin out after a little bit. Hey, animation overload! Merry Christmas, man. Hey, buddy, come this way. Follow me. What are you waiting for? Come on. Let's talk to Adam,
Uploading data.
the guy who always calls her lady.
Both enemy you encountered were clearly trying to capture you. They may have been hacked.
Uh-oh. Can you guys still hear me in the little box on the side here? Um, that was strange. There are three of me now. The heck? Okay, and he says, I have some things to take care of. I'll probably check back in with you later. All right, good to see you, man. Apparently I need a... Okay, I think I have it all back now.
Enemy send out a pulse to detect vibrations in the air within a certain range. Essentially, they can hear you.
Yeah, sonar.
Detecting vibrations, an enemy enters surveillance mode to track their source. Stay out of its line of sight when this happens. Otherwise, the danger to you increases dramatically. An enemy that has seen you will begin pursuit. Part of the pursuit protocol is to seal the enemy zone exits. You will be trapped inside.
So they really are out to get me.
To survive, you must leave its range of pursuit. Evade the enemy and it will disengage. This will also unseal the exits. An enemy never leaves its assigned zone. Their control system must permit them to operate only within that range. I estimate a 99% probability of death if an enemy captures you.
Thanks for the vote of confidence.
There may be a very small opportunity to escape, but exploiting this window will be virtually impossible.
I know.
The
I've
enemy is
tried.
immune to your current weapons. You lack the unique energy used to defeat the first enemy. Your only option now is to evade capture and find an exit. Your highest priority in an enemy zone should be simply to survive.
All right, let's go survive. Where did I come in? I forgot where I was. Ah, yes. Follow me, douchebag. Uh-oh, I'm starting to think this is going to be a pattern. All right. And hopefully this doesn't happen too many times because the Wi-Fi signal ain't the greatest in this spot, but that's where I had to be plugged in. Enemy. Here, enemy. All right. Hey, this place looks familiar. Yeesh. It looks like I ran through there before. It's because I did. It looks like he's leaving me alone for now. Look at that nice Invisitail in the background there. Where's Steve Irwin when you need it? He'd go grab that tail. Open sesame. Adam, why don't you call me lady anymore?
There is no record of your assailant in the Federation database. However, there are records of the chosen warrior tribe. There is a strong possibility the two are connected. You have seen the warrior tribe's architecture and artifacts on this planet. I conclude that this was one of their settlements. But why would someone lead you here and send the ME after you? The footage of the X-Parasite may have been staged to lure you in.
Maybe it's got something to do with that Metroid DNA in my veins.
Priority hasn't changed. You must return to the ship. You have activated the magma supply system that has restored power to the closed thermal doors. Seek them out to proceed. Continue to search for the unique energy you employed against the first enemy. It is the only way you can confront them. Unfortunately, this energy is limited. You may have noticed it dissipating after an enemy is destroyed. There are 6 remaining enemy hunting you. You have no means to confront them. Remember that.
I remember that. I'd like to also know, how is it you know how many there are? Duh. Wrong way. There we go. Oh, they don't like that. Let's go hunting. Hello. Oh, that's embarrassing. You didn't see that. Never happened. That was embarrassing. Now, what was I said? Oh yeah, let's go hunting. Try this again. That's better. Give me my new pair of shoes, or gloves, actually. But spider magnet, does whatever a magnet does. I gotta run all the way around again because I ran off the ledge. But I'm not speed running this right now because this would be embarrassing. All right. Let's check out some of the fine ZDR wildlife in its semi-natural habitat. Gee, I wonder where that thing that was supposed to be in the statue's hand went. Oops, I hit the right button. Eat it, yum, yum, yum. Have some more. You gotta admit, after the whole other M fiasco, they did an excellent job making her look awesome in this one. I would say it is animation. It's still my current favorite video game right now, even though it's been out for a few years. And I just played through Sundered. I just played through Axiom Verge. I've started Axiom Verge 2, but I still like this one best. Do it again. Do it again. Elevator scene. Need some elevator music to play at this spot. There's one guy who used to do his dread speed runs, and he always would play elevator style music when they were doing this. Because it's just hiding a loading screen. But let's go talk to not Adam again.
Uploading data.
GPR appears to be powered by thermal energy. Magma is pumped from the planet's interior and routed from there. I have located the central routing system for the magma. It is here in Cataris. Samus, your current suit cannot protect you as you explore Cataris. The extreme heat of the lava is too much for it. Under no circumstances should you enter high temperature areas. I know the shuttle somewhere above here. Use it to find a path forward. There is one other thing to discuss. It is your new Phantom Cloak ability. The Phantom Cloak prevents the enemy from detecting you. Thus far, your only option was to run. Now, bypassing them is also an option. Use this to reach your objective. Note that using the Phantom Cloak severely decreases your mobility, and direct contact with an enemy will still result in capture. It is up to you whether to hold your position. Just be aware of your surroundings. The Phantom Cloak is useless. Once an enemy sees you, you will need to evade capture until it gives up pursuit. The Phantom Cloak can remain active after your aim has been depleted. It will consume your life energy instead. Consider it a desperate measure. Remember, it cannot drain your energy down to nothing. Judicious use of this technique will improve your probability of survival.
Nah, Phantom Cloak. Screw you, Harry Potter, and your cloak of invisibility. More Emmys to wreck. Good times. Where's he at? Right where I want to go, of course. Oops. All right. Now let's go for a ride. Hold on. Why'd you guys respawn? Thought I got rid of you a minute ago, so I wouldn't have to deal with you now. And another Magnus machine. Even having played this a million times, the enemy zones still make me get a little on edge. Try it. Imagine having a screen that big in a computer room. That'd be insane.
ME stands for Expert Planetary Multiform Mobile Identifier. It can procedurally modify and enhance its own capabilities. Its ability to configure itself to fit into narrow spaces is a standard feature. Any ME you encounter will likely do so as it pursues you.
The first, well, not the first one, but the second one couldn't do that either.
Their armor plating. This would be true even at your full capabilities. You are faced with overwhelming power. Accept your helplessness. Study each ME
Thanks for the pep talk.
and use the Phantom Cloak to advance. There are risks even here. The Phantom Cloak reduces your mobility and consumes more aim when you move or shoot. It is still your best chance at survival. Do not hesitate to destroy an enemy whenever you discover more unique energy. This was not one of your original priorities. However, I see no other way to accomplish your goal. These existential threats cannot be sanctioned.
That was practically a useless info dump. Speaking of useless, I got one of them things coming up behind me. I just flushed the lava toilet. Excuse me. Coffee went down a bit of the wrong pipe there. Out of the way, you dang toaster. Oops. Woohoo! Good stuff. I can't help but wonder about the practicality of such a system where you got to redirect pipes of lava to open doors. Take the last train to Dairon and I'll meet you at the station. What's going on over here in the chat? All right. Christy, hey, good to see you. How you doing? Do you need a battle? No, I'm okay with my coffee mug. James, what's up, man? Hope to see you later on tonight. Herman, did Billy Bob bail on you? No, the show hasn't even actually started yet. I'm just playing a game before we get going. All right, let's go stir up some trouble. It's always fun to play in the dark. Lights are on. You douche. All right. Now I can miss a lot less. Oh, you dick. I was going to let you live, but after that, screw you. And here comes Speedy Gonzalez. I want my speed booster back. That way I could shine spark the heck out of everything. I'm sick of Dairon. Let's go somewhere else. You ever sit here and think how all these underground environments and caverns could possibly have entire ecosystems in them? Kind of like that movie with a rock, Journey to the Center of the Earth. They've got this big glowing light in there and all sorts of ancient flora and fauna that's just still flourishing down there. It's like, how could that feasibly work? I got to remember where to go next. Oh, I think I remember. Yep, this way. With the Emmy. Crap, I just missed my jump. I got to run around the long way. Not that way. Yes, that way. Yeah, we've seen this scene enough times. Skip. Let's go hunting. All right, let's play some ACDC. Because in Metroid, they got the biggest balls of them all. Oops, wrong way. Quiet, Kraid. I'll get to you. Right. Working in delivery, I really want one of these installed. Make the job so much better. Thank you. Pull a diehard and roll around in these vents. I think I broke it. And here comes the good stuff. Lost a full energy tank there, but worth it. Perfect landing. All right. Let's go ruin Kraid's day. Just two colors, but that really is a cool effect. One of the nicest ways to hide a loading screen I've seen so far. Let's try that again. Let's try that again. There we go. Get my energy tanks back. Oops. And another one. Slap them right upside the head and boom. And here we go. Come on out, Tiny. Creed's got a great theme song here. This is pretty good. I don't know how well it's coming across through the StreamYards. I know it sound compresses big time, but I mean, it really isn't fair. I am beating him when he's got still one arm tied behind his back pretty much. Have a heaping help and a jalapeno missiles. So this upgrade is kind of lame, but it gets the job done. Right, it's no wave beam, but hey, it's something. Well, I've been going along pretty much the intended path so far. It's time to start some sequence breaking. Once we get past this gorgeous excuse of a loading screen. Right. This part gets a little tricky. Let's see if I can hit it right. So far, so good. Oh. Once you fall down there, there's no getting out. So, believe me, I've tried to find ways to still get out of that, but oops. You can get out of it from down here, but over on the other side, you're screwed. Don't usually have this much trouble with it, but like I said, I'm a little rusty and been getting a little dyslexic on the buttons tonight. Some days, as much as I practice, I still kind of suck. There we go. Was that so difficult? Oh crap. Hang on, I'm gonna get it back on the screen here. Okay. I don't know where it cut out at, but yeah, I finally made it through. Awkward elevator ride silence. And trust me, nobody's better at the awkward silence than me. I'm good at that. That's my jam right there. Ever notice the lights are going the wrong way? Like if she's got that little slit of a window there, if she's going down, then the lights should actually be going up on her as her elevator car passes by the lights in the shaft. All right, here we go. Nice. Now I can start going some places I'm not supposed to go yet. What? Those guys had no business respawning. And back up we go. And we'll head over to the water world there and skip a few things. Because now that I got the grapple beam there, there's a whole bunch of places. I'm supposed to make this long loop around through the water world. I'm blanking on the name of the place. But with that grapple beam, I can just skip half of it. But first, I'll pick up some power bomb ammo before I get the power bombs. Thank you. All right. Waste your breath, Adam. I already know you're not really Adam.
Uploading data.
This area, Gyrin, appears to be a biological research laboratory. You have already reactivated one generator in this area. There is another sector above you still suffering from the blackout. Find the next generator and reactivate it. You are slowly recovering your abilities. I have still not established what happened to you physically. Don't let your guard down. Your primary objective is to survive. Proceed with the utmost care.
I know exactly what happened. Your Malkin DNA activated my Metroid DNA and kind of had to start it over. And here we go. Yeah, this room freezes over once the power's turned back on. Whoops. Oh. So I'll have to stay out of it until I get the gravity suit. Give me the power. Kaboom. There's a nice little experiment we'll be facing later on. Get in there. Thank you. Let's go to SeaWorld. Perennia, that's what it was. I was trying to remember earlier. I couldn't remember the name of it. So many times I've played this, you'd think I'd remember these things by now. And all that crap I'm supposed to go through down below? Skip. Oh, yeah. Got to talk for douchebag. Now,
Uploading data.
on my computer, I'm seeing the game still play just fine, but my face is frozen. Is that coming through like that for you guys, or is everything moving clearly? Squeak, squeak. What's up, Otter?
Abilities such as the grapple
You coming on tonight?
jump will help you maneuver underwater to an extent. Find them as soon as possible.
I really needed to do that, but whatever. Do. Yank. Let's go. All right. Out of all the new upgrades they put in the Metroid game, this one has got to be one of my favorite. It's not useful for just reaching new areas, but it's also great in maneuvering for combat. This thing is just awesome. Oops. Didn't come out of Morph Ball. That messed me up. Again, glad I'm not speedrunning it because I've done so many dumb things tonight. What's up, Billy?
Still getting over my sickness.
I hope you feel better soon. That's just no fun. How things going for you otherwise?
Not been really doing much, to be honest.
I get that. We good. We're going away. 15 minutes till regular showtime. No matter what area she's going through, the background looks the same in the trains.
Yeah, I'm looking up shit on time dilation. Just sounds to me like it's a horseshit theory.
I don't buy into it at all. Yet they claim that without it, that's why our GPSs are working and stuff because they're way up high in orbit and they got to be set slightly different. Theory I did hear that. Huh?
Our GPS is on the magnetic field, isn't it?
Well, no, it's like GPSs, atomic clocks, all that, because so much is. This is the fast Emmy. I gotta pay attention to what I'm doing real quick here.
Yeah, but aren't those used off the electromagnetic field of the Earth, which is constantly moving the north and south poles? They're never in the same position. That's why there's a a true north and the set north that they put.
They claim the atomic clock, the GPSs, all that. They have to compensate because all the satellites up in orbit, the info is slightly off because they don't use time dilation. However, some folks have pointed out, well, they have things move slightly different because that high up off the ground, the gravity is a little different. So, of course, things got to be set slightly off to compensate. But they all claim it's time dilation. I've never liked time dilation. That's why I use electric universe theory in my books, because in electric universe theory, time dilation does not apply. And time dilation is just a headache. Whether it's real or not, I don't like it. So
yeah, but there's no way to prove it. That's the thing where people act like it's real. All right, prove it.
Oh, there's a lot of Einstein theories are kind of like that, though. Let's go.
You got to actually prove it. You can't talk like it's 100% when there's no observable evidence, so it's a theory. It's not a fact.
Right. And I agree with you. I think it is a crock.
Gravity's a bit different because we can actually
and this whole thing about gravitational waves is also BS because, I mean, first of all, the speed of light being the speed limit of the universe, wrong, because it takes just over 8 minutes for light to get from the sun to here. Yet Earth reacts to the sun's gravity in real time, which is so much faster than the speed of light. So gravity on its own is faster than the speed of light. So speed of light
the sun also doesn't
limit is crap.
Sun, yeah, the sun's also not in the same spot either.
Yep.
It's also being affected by every planet's gravitational pull on it.
Yeah, what was it called? The Lagrange point? There's like the center where everything's rotating around, the center of mass.
Yeah, it's where the sun still, but the sun is being pulled off of its little thing slightly, so it goes in circle paths around it.
I love the speed booster.
Either way, I'd have known about this shit, and I just when people talk about it as a matter of fact, it's like it's not.
Oh, same thing with black holes.
Unless there's some way we can actually like truly observe it, it's gonna be a theory.
Yeah, but is that way with black holes as well? They haven't truly proven them to be a thing. They point at something and claim it to be a black hole, but how do you know? Have you gone out there and touched it?
Well, I mean, we can't even get out of the solar system, man.
Exactly. I like electric universe theory again on that one. They think it's a plasmoid, which makes more sense. But still, either way, you can't prove it.
So are you talking about the time dilation shit, Otter? I don't know. Like I said, I know I just see always cocky shit, and I'm like, man, I can't prove it. So stop acting like it's fact. It's not.
Yeah, I know. The same thing with the Big Bang. A lot of theories, we
No, the
talk
Big Bang
about it
is
as
the
if
most
it's
annoying
settled,
one.
and we don't know.
The Big Bang's the most annoying one because it fucking is retarded.
Everything came from nothing, which is scientific impossibility. I mean, it's the axiom they hang their theories on. That's fine, but let us know it's an axiom. Don't state it as an established fact when we don't know for certain. Which I think is the crux of your irritation, right?
What? Say that again.
The fact that they're stating an axiom as if it's a settled fact is your source of irritation right there, right?
Yeah, it gets on my nerves. And I'm like, technically it isn't. If you want to be like actually honest about this shit, it's not.
Yeah, I gotta see if I can
Man.
crank down that background noise a bit there.
I don't know. It just gets on my nerves with a lot of the shit.
That was embarrassing. I've embarrassed myself a lot in this game tonight.
Like, there's some shit we actually know, about certain planets.
Yeah. But you're right. So much theory is stated as settled, proven fact when we just don't know.
And that's why I say fuck you when you say lightsabers can't exist. Well, you haven't proven it yet. Yeah.
I like, you know, in Futurama, how I would have a funny saying at the beginning of every opening sequence.
The what?
One of them, you know, you'd see the Futurama logo, and then there'd be some little funny saying they put right underneath it, and it was different every episode. One of the episodes said, "You can't prove it won't happen."
What was it? Team America. I've seen everything. Have you seen a man eat his own head? No, you haven't seen everything. Oh, the other annoying YouTuber ones are like, here's all the scary stuff that might happen. Random flying planet.
The sun's going to get really big, engulf half the solar system, and then go boom. We don't know that.
The thing is, all the other stars we observe are fucking like, we're technically observing past, aren't we? Because of how long it takes the light to actually appear to us.
But again, we're just taking their word for it. Do we know light actually moves at the speed this? It probably does. they're probably right about the speed of light, but really, I don't know.
Hello,
But here's
friends.
another thing: red shifting. Red shifting, they say it automatically means an object is moving away from us. Not necessarily. It could be at certain distances, certain wavelengths will redshift out. Because, I mean, energy kind of widens and fizzles as it gets out further and further from its point of origin. So
Oh,
redshifting of an object that's really far away might not mean it's moving away. It just might mean it's at a certain distance. So if that's the case, some of these things where they say it's billions and billions and billions of light years away might actually be closer than we think.
Well, when we say closer than we think, let's be honest, still fucking extreme.
Oh yeah, it's still ridiculously far away. What's up, James?
Hello. How's everyone doing today?
Not bad, not bad.
Sick. Right now my nose is stopping up.
Yeah, I'm getting over a cold. It was hitting me hard last week. I'm on like the final days.
Yeah, I got some sinus plug up going on, but other than that, not bad.
I don't know. This was a kind of a weird one. 'Cause I didn't have chest congestion or anything, or coughing. It's just,
It's all in your head.
well, I mean, last night and kind of a little bit today, it's went from just being somewhat in my head. Now it's went to my left eye.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, that doesn't sound fun.
That's why I love arguing with people about spaceships. Yeah, but technically, I don't know how they would work.
Yeah. I'll tell you what, though, when writing sci-fi, removing time dilation altogether makes things so much easier.
Because it doesn't even make sense.
It really doesn't. In fact, somebody said Einstein was a brilliant mathematician, but but mathematics just describes an idea. It doesn't prove a point usually. A lot of times they say he had a brilliant imagination. Somebody once asked him, "What's it like being the smartest person on earth?" And he said, "I don't know. You'd have to ask Nikola Tesla."
Would they just be saying there's time travel? Because technically, if you wanted to go 10,000 years in the future of the Earth, you would just fucking hop over to this other planet and then come back. It'd only be like,
Oh yeah, saying like time would pass differently for you than back on Earth. So even though it seemed like just a couple days for you, it's actually been a couple hundred years back home. You get there, everyone you know is past. And I mean, they went into that stuff in the movie Interstellar.
Yeah, I remember that.
But the thing is, seriously, it's just time travel is what they're basically arguing for.
Yeah, that's what it
Pretty
sounds
much.
like. At least a form of time travel.
Which, to me, doesn't make sense, because it does seem like at least our surrounding fucking solar system is operating still on a set time. Time passes.
Hello, hello.
We
What's
just
up?
know
Hello.
time by the Earth's rotation around the sun.
So it may seem. I don't know the science behind that and how speculatory it is or anything. Though, it's kind of difficult to test.
Chocobo Man is dead.
Well, here's the thing,
R.I.P.
James, you
Quiet
can't
Road.
test it.
R.I.P.
Like, unless you can get someone to another solar system or anything else far the fuck away to actually test it. But then again, if it's right, like on Earth, you wouldn't find out, decades, 100 years later, that this person didn't age shit. But 100 years.
Pretty
later,
much.
right? It's like,
But you know what time it is? You guys know what time it is?
What time is it?
5:04.
It's showtime. Let's hit it.
Oh my.
Greetings, salutations, and other big words. My name's Ethan. My handle is Wrangler. Welcome to Frequency Studios, weekly wing at number 105 here on Rumble and YouTube. And yeah, we were already going, but it's regular show time now. And bringing it in tonight with us tonight is Billy Bobsack. Billy, what's up?
I can't breathe through my nose right now.
Awesome. I mean, bummer.
Great.
And
I
along
don't
with
even
us
have a
tonight
nose.
is the talking, what are you, pile of pancakes, cinnamon bun. James,
Yeah,
James
cinnamon bun.
Esparza. What's up?
Took him long enough to get my race correct.
He's a
Not
bun.
sure
that
why
wants
it
to
was
get
so
cream
important
pie.
to bring it up in the first place.
I was
Yeah.
gonna
Well-
say I didn't.
Well,
want
if you were French, you'd be a croissant.
So, James, did you just get from like a video recording or something?
What do you mean?
He went to one of those sketch websites.
For what? What did I get this time?
Well, it's the icing in particular.
Oh, what's the matter? You guys gutter-minded? Is that it? Am I around a bunch of gutter-minded fellows?
Well,
Can't
I don't-
understand that
Just
some
learning
I
it
people.
now.
I don't think that's
This,
icing.
We're only
this,
stating the facts.
the fact is, this is premium Wisconsin honey cheese cream that you're making fun of right there, pal. And I cannot
One might
help
call
it
it a cream pie.
if I secrete this naturally. Okay, frankly, it's what makes the $5.99 worth it.
And also joining us tonight is the Lord
Wait,
Otter.
you're charging
What's
them
up, Otter?
$5.99 to do that to you? Oof.
No, you
Down
pay
bad, down bad.
$5.99 and you get to get one of my own kind, and you get to devour them.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I am a talking otter, and I'm here on Weekly Wing It, just kind of doing my thing. How's
Yeah,
everybody
but-
else doing?
Doing all right. I started early tonight to do a playthrough of Metroid, and so what time are we at? We're at 8 o'clock. I think I might be through to the end by the time we're half done with the show. I was trying to get as far as we could before the actual show started, but we should go back to the conversation we started. We were already live. I just
Just
figured it's
play the
time,
game.
so we'll do our intros.
Just play the game. Play it now.
Just play the
Say it
game.
now.
Do it now.
Do it now.
You've been here for an hour. You go now.
Anyways, they say lightsabers aren't possible. That's bullshit. We're gonna find the material that allows lightsabers to be real. Okay.
I mean, what are lightsabers exactly? Like, do we know the science behind them to say that they're impossible? It just looks like a beam, right? It's like a beam.
It's plasma,
Beam
technically. And you need electromagnetic containment for it to work.
We'll figure it out. I
And it's
guarantee
so
you
hot
X,
that if you lit one up, it would burn you to death just holding it.
X will figure it out. See, it's just that
That's
we're probably
right.
just using the wrong type of plasma. You guys just don't know what you're talking about.
We just got to use a different physics system. That's all.
That's
Nah,
right.
Simple.
watch. We'll figure it out in the next 5 years. Something's gonna happen. They're like, oh look, lightsabers are possible now.
Makes me
and
think
then-
of Farnsworth and
I wonder-
Futurama, like the whole like D&D special. He's like, in this world, instead of science, we go by magical mumbo jumbo.
Star Trek.
Kind of, yeah, I guess. Star Trek.
Whoa.
James, you should ask your AI buddy there. What is a possible way to make a lightsaber in real life? See what it says.
My AI buddy. I mean, Chat GPT.
Frequent. What was the number one mumbo techno jarble that they used in Star Trek?
Compensating.
No. The certain type of particle.
Oh, is it tachyon particles or
Yeah,
warp
tachyon.
particles?
Yeah, no, tachyon particles. Like, I'm sensing some really strange, off the chart tachyon particles.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's like every episode. How many versions?
Now, one episode they actually legitimately said warp particles.
Just different particle.
Oh my god, that reminds me of the stupid shit from TNG. I actually hated this plot point because it was so fucking like heavy message. If you don't remember the we have to limit warp travel because it'll collapse the universe because we've been using it too much, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh, is that how it works?
Yeah, so we have to get special permission to go to warp, past 5 or whatever the fuck it was. Speed.
Oh my god.
It was in
Or you might go
TNG.
back in time.
I think it was introduced after Gene Roddenberry was dead. If I remember correctly, that plot point. It was such a stupid one.
Well,
They
they were
probably
trying
tried to
to
bring it in
achieve.
before he died, and he said, "Nope."
They were trying to achieve space socialism, so they have to use some form of fantasy.
Yeah, but it wasn't actually socialism. It's the funny thing. Like it
No?
was
Do
a
tell.
mostly post-scarcity society, but it wasn't actual socialism. You had property rights.
Yeah, being past post scarcity means it changes. It changes the dynamic entirely.
We're
Socialists
not
believe in
quite in
personal
Klaus
property.
Schwab world just
technically.
yet. Not in Star Trek.
Socialism does not believe in personal property.
No, they have like a big difference between like what they consider personal, meaning way different than what we consider personal. Like this is approved personal property. This is not approved. This is public property.
Personal as in the collective, What's
Yeah,
approved
well,
to be
the
personal?
collective would be, I think, what they call public property, or however they say it, like it belongs to you and me. And then personal property would be like your toothbrush,
So
like stuff that no one else wants.
Star Trek shows it as like directly being like actual, like more American personal property.
They
Yeah,
had to, man. Produced in the U.S.
Sulu, he's the star.
I miss the
of
old
That's why
show.
Odo got. Yeah, that's why Odo got so pissed in DS9. If you remember that frequency, he's like, "Ah, shit! I actually have to like get a warrant or whatever to go through the product."
right back.
There's fucking
Yeah.
fucking Federation. Of course, once again, like Star Trek is a highly, what is it? Like idealized, utopia.
Idyllic.
Yeah. Same way that Starship Troopers is. So if you look at it like real, like it'd be very exploitable.
They're very much there to promote an idea and not so much as an actual proof of concept. I mean, despite how much they actually try and go the lengths to do that, like both would inevitably fail. It would be easily corruptible.
Star Trek would
Oh
be,
yeah.
Star Trek
proved that
would be a
with
little bit
631.
worse. Star Trek could be a little bit worse because let's be honest, most people wouldn't work or do anything.
Yeah. One thing that does give a little more credence to Starship Troopers, it's like technically it's like citizens don't really have like state rights so much, or individual rights so much as I'm trying to remember how exactly it goes, but it's like at the very least you have no like say over how the government is managed until you've made it through the military.
What
Yeah,
would the Starship
is-
Troopers do to this bug?
Yeah, that's the whole point. Military service grants citizenship.
Right.
So it's very
still-
much
it's not going to be a perfect system, but it is more reliable just through military discipline alone.
so it's, if I'm okay, it's kind of modeled off of Rome
Probably. I wouldn't be surprised.
with the Republic, which you had to serve if you wanted to get your citizenship, technically.
I think it would probably go over about as well as Rome.
No, highly exploitable. But
Yep, that's what I'm saying. It's like being in the military proves you have a sense of discipline and ambition, but it does not guarantee you're outside of corruption.
Yeah, it's not really a test of character.
Right. Because there's plenty of people in the military who have done horrible things. And a lot of that is not out of necessity either.
Yeah, in and out of service as well.
One
Yeah.
missiles.
the
But
Federation
he
would
wasn't like
actually-
Joe Biden in the military, so there's Exhibit A.
Yeah, the Federation would absolutely be gobbled up. But like pretty much most societies, we put them in other universes just because the whole we just want to be friends and all this other stuff. We'll put regulations to fuck us and hope that everyone else follows it.
Yeah, that'll work.
Like they literally, that's why the whole. I understand like story reasons, like actually why they did this, but the whole reason the Federation can't have fucking shields on their ships with the
You
Rom,
mean cloaking devices?
huh?
You mean cloaking
Yeah, the cloaking device. Well, what did I say?
shields?
Yeah, cloaking. I'm well out of it, but either way, the cloaking devices, the Federation won't use it because they made a deal with the Romulans who are, I don't know, actively fucking hostile throughout.
And continuing to use cloaking against the Federation.
Yeah, and the Federation's like, well, if we break this agreement, guys, they'll be really angry and want to go to war with us.
They already do.
I'm like,
I mean,
oh,
I
no,
see you
it's
trying to
just
want to
keep
smooth
looking.
things over, but at some point,
Like the Klingons didn't give a fuck. Klingons use cloaking as well. Klingons say that shit good.
Klingons were all about whatever works as a military advantage. Treaty or no treaty.
Hello, Readout. I see you joined us. Are you there, buddy?
Well, they would honor
The
their.
resident historian has joined us. Hail, Readout.
They would honor their treaties.
To a point.
Don't slide it and you didn't honor it, they'll fucking kill you.
Probably
You
Yeah.
just the biggest and the baddest, and you'll be fine.
close to in like over half or something.
I always think more of like Stargate when I think of like what I expect a real government and military to do. Like, oh, we have this technology that allows us to explore new worlds. Let's go ahead and see how we can weaponize this and find new technologies to further weaponize.
Exactly.
Woohoo! Sounds like a blast.
I think somebody put it best as like the Stargate teams as such. We are on a new planet, and here's this new strange technology nobody's guarding. Let's
What?
just take it with us. Like, or we're on this new planet, and there's this new strange technology, and everybody's guarding it. Let's just take it with us.
Let's turn
Well,
it on and see what it
obviously.
does.
How can we turn you into a weapon?
Well, I mean,
No,
to be fair,
no,
you have to be like
this is
prepared
how it
against
really
anything.
works. This is how it really worked. In the real world, they would go, wow, we just invented a portal that could take us to enormous realities. Or we can invest all of our efforts in teaching underwater basket weaving to the people of Zimbabwe. Let's do that. And it'll cost millions.
Well, that's if you let the politicians in on the game. And
And they
Stargate was
basically
primarily
looks
a
like shit. Like it's actively horrible, and then the media has to say how great this looks.
oh boy. It was primarily a
There
military
can be
thing.
nothing that they're doing wrong. It's absolutely perfect, and any criticism like has to immediately be shot down. It's toxic fandom. That's what it is.
Oh, of course.
Frequency. That's why I was like, I sent you that one video. There's like, oh, the ending to what was it, Firefly?
Oh,
was it?
yeah, you're right. I remember that.
There's like, yeah, the ending was great back
At the
then.
time.
Now looking at it with a new perspective.
I've never been the biggest Firefly fan. I enjoy it.
Oh, I was.
I've always been of the opinion it's fine.
I wanted to make the claim that Firefly would beat both Star Trek and Star Wars just because this is a group of rednecks that'll take the technology you already have and use it against you.
Yeah,
They're not as technologically advanced as you, but they don't care. They'll just take what you got and use it against you.
Good
Right.
tactics go a long
Intergalactic
way.
Josie Wales.
I've never seen Firefly.
I always kind of put it in a similar spot to Cowboy Bebop. I also think Cowboy Bebop is just it's one of those things where I enjoy it, but it's still not like my favorite thing in the world. That's
There's some
kinda how I
really
see
fun
it.
stories with Bebop, and then there's some mid stories in Bebop.
Yeah,
That I can't speak to
animation
because I
and
never
music
saw it.
really saves a lot of that series in general. Also, the voice acting.
Also, I always want to say before we bypass it, Stargate has the best tactic ever when it comes to teleportation devices. Drop out of hyperspace in range of your enemy's teleportation device. Teleport a bomb on their deck. Go back into hyperspace and leave.
That works.
But I think that would be a very general tactic if everybody had like a teleportation device. Like just drop a bomb right there and go.
Yeah, good point. That would be a scary way for war to happen. Just
Yeah.
a bomb can appear in front of your enemies at any moment or in front of you. That'd be like insane.
Technically, most sci-fi shows or worlds have this capability, but it's just something they don't tap into.
What I never understood in Star Trek, why do they not use the transporter to heal people? It's like they got all the information in their buffer, what you were like before you broke your leg, put you back through the transporter, bring you back out with a healed leg. Technically, by their own rules, that should work, but they never do it.
Well, you can't have tension in a story. That's why. Yeah, by all means, it should be able to heal them.
Between that and the replicators, yeah. I mean, their medbay tech is almost good enough where that doesn't matter anyway. But it's like for people who have, say, an illness that they can't quite cure with their medical stuff, put you in the pattern buffer and bring it back out. According to, hey, here's the data for where you were when you didn't have this disease. Let's put that back. Let's set you back to that. Ta-da!
It's like going
Ta-da.
back to the previous update.
Exactly.
I've done that one too many times with computers over the years.
Or reloading an old save. That's classic.
I'm hiding behind my own logo. Ooh.
There we are.
Yeet. Yeah,
So
so you can
everybody,
see I finally figured out the game thing, sort of. I hooked my computer up to the Switch, and remember how I couldn't get my voice or a secondary window or anything else to come through with it? I was like, all right, I'll hook the computer up there and stream myself from the phone. Hey, this works. Of course, I've blown through over half I started off at 100% when I hooked it all up. I've used over half my battery and probably a massive ton of data just during this stream so far.
Ouch. Yeah, I might want to plug that in.
Yeah, but I think I'm about a half hour away from the end of the game here, so I'll be able to, once the game's done, I'll pull the computer back to the regular spot.
Righteous.
What are you playing, Otter?
I am playing Guild Wars 2 for the first time in well over half a year, honestly.
That's a good game. I remember enjoying Guild Wars 2.
Yeah,
well,
it's a
I'm on
fun
my
game.
smoke break. Hey, Billy, you want to swap Otter's window and mine?
I just got back. Sure.
Or can I do it on the phone? I can. All right.
I think I just swapped out my entire skill set. That's not what I meant to do.
I realized I can do it on the touchscreen on the phone. Sweet.
Uh,
Yeah, we'll conclude Metroid Dread when I'm done with my cancer stick.
oh god, everything tastes like fucking mucus now, man. Disgusting.
Oh, lovely.
Well, it's been a year since I've been sick and I forgot about it.
It's like whenever you're not sick, it's like you kind of forget how bad it is until you suddenly get it again, and then you're like, "Oh shit!" Like fuck being sick.
Listen,
I
I'm just
absolutely
happy it's
hate it.
not it wasn't the chest shit coughing.
Oh yeah, that stuff.
Like I said, this one was just weird.
There
Well,
we go.
Now I'm gonna have this shit for like 2 weeks. Ugh.
Wonderful.
Christina says you need you need a life when you're so mad at your cats you decide not to talk to them. Yeah, that's true.
It is true.
My cat wouldn't shut the fuck up Saturday night. 2 in the
People do
morning.
like to personify them animals.
Oh, I see. I'm dumb.
Well, when they have a personality, it's kind of hard not to.
Don't worry, they all have very distinct personalities and will make it known.
Yeah, my cat Hayes definitely has a personality. A lot of folks have said he's the weirdest cat they've ever seen. And that's why he's mine.
He's the
And
best cat.
Sonnet's. He's still Sonnet's cat, technically, but
I don't know. My cat meets some random person. He starts rubbing up them and purring and shit until you try to pet him and then he fucking hisses and tries biting you.
See, over here we got Curiosity Killed a Cat, we have Wendy Weiner, and we have the Queen Bitch of the Universe.
Why would you talk about AOC like that?
No. Lily, she may be the Queen Bitch of the Universe, but she is far superior to AOC.
I always have this little dog vying for my attention.
Jewish space laser.
Hey, Otter.
Rouge,
How's that
Yes.
Starfield going?
How's that Starfield going?
Yeah.
Rouge.
I'm not playing Starfield. Fuck that shit.
Forget about the Starfield. Look at this Doge.
Oh, I
give
got
me some of that sweet, sweet hawk coin.
That Doge is paralyzed by love right now.
that sweet, sweet Hawk Tua coin.
Two.
There's a spoiled
Hawk
animal.
Hawk bucks.
Yeah, we're gonna see a lot of those scams.
Well, that was technically just a meme coin. And I don't understand why so many people took it serious.
The fans, just fans. It's never really aimed at people who are, see the scam coming. They
What we call
trusted
gullible.
What's her face?
Gullible.
Yeah.
You're like, Hawk 2 has Hawk 2 coin. I want to get some Hawk 2.
I like how everybody's now joking. It's like, well, she's going to be Hawk 2ing in jail.
Well, something might happen.
Listen, she's going to be Hawk 2ing for that top.
I'm going to be straight up, aside from the search results I've seen when I'm typing in other things, I have no idea what the Hawk 2 situation is. And I kind of don't want to know.
Crypto scam. That's all it is.
Seems more like brain rot than anything else.
That too.
You know who the Hawk 2 chick is. Read out.
We're gonna need a Hawk Tua song.
No, I legit did not know about any of this. I somehow avoided this. Or
All right. Time to
I heard
ruin Well, in a sense, time to ruin it. Chick got
I-
really famous because the dude asked her on the street and she was talking about relationships and how to keep a
It was
man.
like-
She got a
Hawk
Hawk
Tua.
2 on that thing.
It was like, what drives a man wild? She said, give him the old Hawk Tua.
And of
And it
course,
went
as
viral.
anything stupid in the internet, it took off. And then she was on every late night show, and then she had a fucking podcast.
It's so
Ah,
stupid.
I'm very glad I missed out on this.
And
It's
then she
really
ran
dumb.
well, not her technically, but the company that came to her were running a scam Bitcoin, or not Bitcoin, but crypto
They
scam.
made their own crypto.
And it was the Hawk 2 coin. Well, now she's going to be probably going to fucking jail.
I don't know if it's gonna be her specifically. She's more of just a spokesperson and endorser of it, not like running the whole joint. I don't think.
Yeah,
Do you
but
really
she's
think she
gonna
has
get
half a clue what
charges.
the coin really is?
Yeah, but she's still going to get charges. Trust me, they're going to fold up the Hawk 2 chick.
She was definitely the face of it. She was the one being used as a primary marketing source. She got at least a couple G's in there, I'd say. So most likely some form of lawsuit is going to happen. If she's lucky, all she'll walk away with is losing whatever fortune she has and get slapped with some probation if she's lucky.
I don't know. I think it was a lot of money to the point where it's probably going to be jail time.
Probably going to depend on
Yeah,
who
yeah.
made the decision of where it all went wrong.
From what I remember, it was
If
like
it's actually her, I'd be surprised.
I think they actually had like crypto experts like going in and trying to like break down her whole situation. They were like, yeah, this is like the most illegal stuff I've ever seen.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Gigantic rug pull.
So what you're saying
fraud.
is we need Frederick and Raven to break this all down, so I'll understand.
Yes.
Pretty
It's
much,
mostly
yeah.
fraud. That's the best way you can think of it, is fraud.
But But I
I
would be
believe that-
surprised if she knew what she was doing to defraud. There's probably somebody else
Yeah.
pulling the strings.
Yeah.
However, if
essentially,
it was her,
yeah.
then yeah, let it land on her.
It's someone else, but still, she's going to get hit with this shit as
yes.
well.
So she had like she has her coin and a particular I guess purchase amount on her coin, and she technically, let's say she, even though it's whoever's behind all this, who's doing the management, allowed a pre-sale for particular individuals to kind of buy thousands of dollars worth of coins. It might have been like millions of dollars worth of coins.
It was like
And-
80 to 90% of it was allowed to be
Yeah.
sold.
This all
Yeah.
just sounds like a very bad investment. I just,
Yeah, and after the
Yes.
pre-sale, it was open to the public to purchase, and then the public started purchasing, usually your fan base, and then those who actually were part of the pre-sale all sold at once, leaving the bag for the public to hold and dropping the value of the coin ridiculously. So,
Yep.
yeah.
Who is so stupid enough to invest in
Many
a
people.
coin
Many people.
that's
Well,
being
fans.
promoted by a I guess you want to say a one-hit wonder of meme.
People who are fans of the one-hit wonder.
How? Why are there fans? This isn't
They
even the
don't
most.
know.
This isn't even funny. Like I
Yeah.
don't understand this.
Yeah, this
Look
entire
at
girl's
you
career
expecting
in the last.
people to be smart.
Yeah,
I'm
in the
not
last,
expecting people to be smart, but I'm expecting human instinct to kick in sometimes.
They're young, man, dummies, idiots.
But again, I thought it was just a meme, not something to be taken serious.
Read out. You understand. We have fucking retards who do the TikTok challenges and end up dead because they're stupid.
Yeah, you got a point there.
What was the
Yeah.
one? Throw yourself off the back of a fucking a boat and then watch their fucking necks crack.
Oh boy.
Who would have thought that happened?
Well, I'm not much better. I've thrown myself out of the back of a pickup.
Were
Just
you doing
roll it down to 30
were
miles
you
per
doing it
hour and we'll
'cause
combat
phones
roll
said
out of here.
to? Or is it because of that other little voice you have sometimes?
No, that was just me being a dumb kid.
Yeah, I bet you regret it.
Not really.
You don't regret throwing yourself out of the back of a pickup truck?
No, I think I was arguing with somebody, got sick of their crap, and just jumped out.
Understood.
Yeah, but did you get hurt?
No,
That's probably why you don't regret it.
exactly.
However, if your foot was tickling the back of your neck, I think you
Oh,
would've,
then I would be regretting it. Yes.
that one scene in Idiocracy is so great. Somehow he got in an accident, lost his balls,
First of all,
Oh
it's
my
gonna be like,
God.
but he still survives, man.
first I was like, that one scene, it's so great in Idiocracy, but the whole movie, the whole movie.
Yeah, but I was pointing out one thing. Listen,
It's a pretty funny movie, man. I'll give it that. And I'm usually a bit of a contrarian, but you know, that's when you know it's good.
Regardless, the
I'm
XP,
tired.
they are overrunning the
Best
planet.
goddamn State of the Union was
Control
delivered in that
over
movie.
leadership, Samus. I trust you will make it here safely.
Yeah, this is
Is that
a discount. AI.
President Camacho?
Opens up with shit. I know shit's rough, man, right now.
That should have been Kamala. Kamala just should have came out as a blackface Camacho.
Kamala Macho.
Yeah. Listen, maybe she would have not lost so bad, you know?
Yikes. You
Ouch.
think so?
Big Mike.
I like this stream. It's a good stream. It's got good guys on the stream. Look at them. It's got animals.
Good chill stream.
Yes. 3 of us are playing video games now.
I know, right? It's an absolutely wonderful way to just chill out and wing it.
And it's, you know, showing off everybody's personal tastes.
think
Honestly,
somehow-
mine are a little all over the place.
Somehow, I'm the only one not showing personal taste because James made this lovely logo. Telling
nice
promoting
logo.
James. It is, and I'm grateful for it.
You're welcome, man. You got a good
I'll break
stream. Well, that happened.
What the hell was that for?
I don't know. I haven't played the clip in a while. Yeah.
That's a good one, though.
But why now?
I don't know. I haven't played the clip in a while.
It was just time. It was time.
It's time to duel.
Kind of like, you know. Yeah, I'm gonna save that one for tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm doing a Christmas stream talking about what makes a Christmas movie. You're all invited.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah,
Die Hard.
If,
That's
if
what
we have
makes a
enough,
Christmas movie.
if we have enough spots,
It is the Christmas movie.
then we're gonna have a lot of conversation on that one. I'm sure.
It's the textbook's Christmas movie. I don't see a problem here.
We'll see.
Oh,
Stop
man.
by tomorrow. Stop by tomorrow. If you have time. I know last what was it? Thanksgiving you had like 5 places to go to. I'm sure you may be busy.
Hey, readout.
Yeah.
Readout. Why the fuck you have 5 places? You got like 5 girlfriends? What's wrong with you?
Where was I on Thanksgiving?
Did you say you had
There
to go
were
to like
5
at least
places.
two Thanksgivings?
Oh, yes. No, Thanksgiving. Yeah, because we had like the Thanksgiving, and then we had the Friendsgiving, and then we had the Civil War Thanksgiving, and yeah, that was a weekend. Actually, my Christmas is not that as wild.
What does a Civil War Thanksgiving look like?
My group dressed as officers. Everybody got to be an officer for the day, and we just had a basically it was just a straight up Thanksgiving dinner, but with 19th century recipes thrown in and candlelight.
Oh,
Nice.
interesting.
So you're saying it took you like all night to cook your food? I got you.
Basically, yes.
Wait. Y'all wouldn't actually be eating turkey and stuff. You'd be eating hardtacks. There you go.
No, there was a full turkey and everything.
Ah.
It was an
So
officer.
y'all were trying to
we
put
were
yourselves as
officers for the
generals and
day.
stuff.
No, we were officers for the day, so we actually got to eat.
How convenient. How convenient.
Yes.
You
And what
just
does
have
an
to be a
officer
rank
get
that can
treated
pull
like?
it. What?
Honestly, I was just kind of sitting there in the corner. Everybody else was more doing stuff. I was kind of zoned out at that point. That was the
Well,
first.
that's
That was the
unfortunate.
well. It was the third Thanksgiving at that point, so I was kind of just 1,000-yard stare was going.
Oh God, what are we looking at?
We're looking at Wrangler and a brick wall.
Tie Wrangler and
Here
a
we
brick
go.
wall.
Yeah, the computer lost Wi-Fi for a second.
Ah,
Did the volume crank up when I put it back in?
Sounds the same to me.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Oh,
So that's nice. You're gonna have so it's gonna be a smaller Christmas this time around then.
oh yes.
Hmm.
As in, there will be one Christmas and not free, like there were free Thanksgivings.
That's fun. You must have been stuffed.
I was pretty done with. Actually, today, I think was the first time I had turkey since Thanksgiving, if I'm not mistaken. There may have been a time
engines
before.
did you catch?
How many? What did I do?
How many engines you catch?
How many engines?
Yeah.
Well,
how
there
many
should not.
engines?
There should not be metal in food.
How many
Are you
engines you catch? What?
What?
I mean, Redskins.
Oh,
Savages.
them engines.
well, considering I'm in the 21st century in Western Pennsylvania, and the only time I went to the went back in time was the 19th century.
Listen, y'all could have invited over some
Pennsylvania.
Mexicans to role play the Indians. Come on. Come on.
We could have restaged. Was it Last of the Mohicans, the South Park episode? Blast of Mohicans, yeah, Blast of Mexicans.
Yeah, frequency, you're getting hit by like everything.
It truly is.
What a world. What a world.
Let's go hunting.
What a world. What a world.
Indeed.
Were you fighting the fairies? Read out.
No, they don't come around till.
Fight the fairies! You fight those fairies! Fight the fairies!
Fight the fairies.
Oh, the fairies,
yeah.
not the furies. Okay.
That's such a problematic episode.
Furies? You mean like Fury Road? No one remembers
Furians.
that next movie.
It's Riddick.
We all
Oh, yeah,
remember Fury
Furies.
Road.
Go ahead.
I heard it wasn't bad, but one of those
Fury
things.
Road?
Just not many people cared to go see it.
No, I think you're thinking of Furiosa.
Oh yeah. That's right.
Yeah, Fury Road was pretty big when it came out.
I'll still defend Fury Road. I don't care. It's still
It's a
great.
good-
All right,
it's fun.
defend it right now. Defend it right now.
There are some stupid bits in it, but
Yeah.
I still like it.
There's
I mean, there's a
stupid
lot
bits in
of-
all Mad Max movies.
Yes,
There
that
is.
is true.
I mean,
I
Metal is
love
a character.
Beyond Thunderdome, but that movie has some real stupid shit in it.
I mean, I'm personally of the
Master
opinion
Blaster.
the Mad Max movies just get better and better. Each one just it was like a crescendo.
I always see them more as like metal movies, like you know
They
the
are.
genre, and it's just a character. You know, Metal is a character in there. It's a way of life.
I don't know. Having him as a horde ornament for like half of the movie it was a little fucking.
Well, that was in the period of time where it was contractually required that Tom Hardy had to have something on his face. So it was that weird 2010s thing.
Yeah, and now he's Venom. I wonder how he feels about that.
I just
Pretty
think he was a
happy, 'cause
terrible
evidently
Mad
there's
Max,
been
even
three
though
of
I
these
love that
fucking
movie.
films. There's been 3 fucking Venom movies, so I'm pretty sure he's happy.
You think
Yeah.
he's happy out of all the characters?
Yeah.
Like, damn, I could have been in a Mad
Those were
Max
some good
trilogy.
paydays. No, those are some good paydays there, Venom.
Yeah, I'm sure they are.
I'm sure they paid more to Mad Max.
It was either that or he had to play another gay British gangster again. Okay.
Who did he play as a gangster?
I forgot the name of the movie, but it's like quote unquote based on a real story. And
I
he's
know he
playing
played-
like he's playing a twins or whatever, and one of them's gay. It's up the bum.
It sounds like a Tom Hardy role.
So he's playing a straight one, and he's playing a gay one. He really liked the gay one. Just gonna say that.
Of course. Artie.
I mean, I'll come out and be pretty brazen and say I don't think Mad Max absolutely required Mel Gibson in the role.
No, but I do think he is an overall better actor than Tom Hardy.
That I would agree with.
Yeah,
It's more that Tom Hardy was very like monotone.
he really is. He
Well,
really
the script
is.
really didn't get much for him to say. Well, really didn't get much for anybody to say.
Yeah, because he was as a fucking car hood ornament for like 30 minutes of the movie.
Yeah, but like
All
I've
right,
seen his
Call the Starship
performances.
Troopers.
I've seen him in like at least one of the 3 Venom movies. He was kind of monotone in that too.
No, I didn't ever actually watch any of the Venom movies.
I'll just say when it comes to like Mel Gibson with like franchise characters, I would say Riggs is far more iconic to me than Mad Max when I think Mel Gibson.
Yeah. Lethal
Agreed.
Weapon. I mean, that's a very particular role compared to Mad Max. Like, Mad Max is almost more like a conduit, I'd say, into
Are you
like
shooting
that
his
crazy world.
testicles? Frequency?
Huh?
You just fucking blew up that boss by shooting him in the balls.
Yep.
As you do.
Messed up.
I
What are
like
you
to
doing?
review the speed
Pleasant
booster.
ball.
What are you doing in game right now, everybody?
I am trying to look at a good viewpoint for XP. That's what I'm doing. Get up there. There we go. I found it.
How
And
about
I'm
you?
chewing through bosses like gas station pizza.
This game is famous for jumping puzzles, by the way.
I remember that. I had fun with a few of them.
I just so happen to like jumping puzzles.
My nose is completely blocked off, so I'm kind of feel it's not good right now. See if I can play
Are
some-
we gonna have to come down there? And are we gonna have to like open up a bypass into your throats? We're gonna get the breathing tube in there. I am certified to do 18th century surgery, by the way. So, wow.
Hold up. Hold
That
up.
certificate was from a 5th grade. As a friendly reminder, Frequency Studios, Wrangler, Trippy Soul, Never Evermore, the Lord, I know I mispronounced that, the Lord Order, and Radar Productions. We are not medical physicians. We are not doctors. We are not giving medical advice. Proceed. Oh, forget that. I'm giving medical advice. I'm coming down. If it's Billy, I can give medical advice.
That's right.
When you logged into StreamYards, you didn't see it, but you actually signed a massive contract that said Readout can now be your physician.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh bother.
Oh boy. Fuck Christmas.
Can you perform the ancient Egyptian brain surgery though?
A little too sophisticated.
The Egyptian.
Listen, I can perform the duct tape and super glue.
That's right. You must have been in a few automotive shops then, Billy.
No, I've had my head get. Actually, almost lost my. What was it? Left eye or right eye? Forgot which one it was.
Over what?
When we were on the trampoline, there was an exposed piece of metal,
Oh.
and like it was, I don't know, like an
Dang
inch away from my eyeball. Actually, would have cut it open,
Yikes.
but it sliced it all up. And then, well, my grandmother's an old farm lady, so super glue.
She put some weird liquid on it, patched it up.
Yeah, you clean it and you put super glue in it. There you go.
There you go.
Random.
Check out this magnificent ultra survival game. Watch me in this hardcore world as I start to chop firewood before it gets too dark out.
You mean witness me.
Witness. Hiya.
What a lovely day.
That's one log. Watch me do it again to this other log. Yeah. Gameplay. That I find very severely satisfying to a disturbing degree. Now watch me as I gather the wood that I just cut and go put it in the fire. close the door behind me and lock it because we're smart game players here.
Oh, so I have some news actually.
Yeah.
I was fortunate enough to be able to put an ad for Curse of the Star Raids in a magazine just recently.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Do any of you guys follow Elvin Made In on Twitter?
I don't.
So
No.
she does a lot of TTRPG content, but she has a magazine out where she'll actually interview some of the still living original creators of D&D and a lot of the legacy products. And
Oh wow,
I was able to get an ad for my book in there.
nice.
That's awesome.
I think Rob Kuntz is like the last living like original creator of like
Uploading data.
original like advanced D&D, and she has like an interview with him in that issue.
Assume all living organisms. There is
Sweet
another
sauce.
problem you may have noticed. The temperature of TBR has started to fall. I cannot say for certain if the
I've noticed that there's actually a lot of indie rags out there these days.
keeping insulated.
That's pretty good. I didn't know that those so much indie magazines floating around. Ran into like 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah, there's a few that are really, really good. I've come across a few myself. That's one of them, definitely. That's one you can actually get for free, short of like getting like the print version or whatever.
Yeah.
I think now would be an excellent time to plug Anvil.
That is true.
Hornville.
From Iron Age Media, King Richard.
So I am kind of curious. Where is how is Richard doing on his magazine and everything? I haven't heard much lately.
I'm
Neither have I.
honestly not sure. I have a few of the magazines here, but I don't know when the next one's due to come out.
Yeah.
I gotta go look that up. I was gonna try and get every single issue that came out, but then I ran into money issues, so
Yeah.
sometimes I just gotta say, even though I want to get it, sometimes I just gotta say, nope, not today,
Not today.
Magazines
Still doing
aren't
the
as cheap as
magazine?
they used to be.
Is he even still doing them?
I think so.
Yeah,
Yes,
sure
I've-
he is.
I've seen photographs.
Come on, you scrubs. Get back here.
Yeah. Gameplay. Feel the gameplay.
Well, according to the posts I'm seeing, it looks like Volume 4 just released back in the fall, and there's some people still just now getting it in the mail because you know the wonders of the United States Postal Service.
Yeah, that's how it rocks sometimes.
That's how it be.
Yeah, because Blaine Pardoe was, I think, the lead story in it.
Really?
I was just curious about it because I haven't heard Richard post much on X or anything since then. It was just one of those things where I'm just kind of concerned just a little bit. I just haven't heard anything.
I don't think he's personally been posting, but there's a lot of people tagging him in just now receiving the magazine.
Yeah.
It could be possible he's taking a break after he took a break after Thanksgiving. This was the fall release. He probably took a break with it being the holidays.
Right.
Oh. Yeah, Otter, I told you what that new Elden Ring game is.
It sounds bad. Is it Unsoft that's actually working on it?
Yes.
What's the game?
The Elden is like the Elden Ring. I forgot the fucking name of it. I don't give a shit. It's a fucking, I think, 3-player like hero based PvE battle royale game.
Okay.
It's like, why
Whatever.
Battle Royale from Soft? Of all
That
the,
is-
like I said, experiment from Soft, but I don't think you had to experiment that way.
Well, it's a PvE game, so it's not PvP. I don't think it's PvE. and it's just reusing the map from the first game. It's dude, it's a fucking cash grab.
Yeah.
Because you know they're gonna want $70 for it. And
I wonder if they were making like a woke game and then they read the tea leaves, like, oh, we got to scrap this, come with something else fast.
No, I just think it was money.
There's that too.
Oh, we can just make this shitty hero based thing and we can sell it for you for $70 and we don't gotta really put in that much work.
You said
Oh,
FromSoft, correct?
Yeah, FromSoft.
Oh well, they're Chinese now, so that makes sense.
All right. Here's the toughest part for me in the whole game. I can never get the timing down for this quite right.
You know who? And I was watching Valvidia, him doing it. He was like trying, like, come on, you cannot look at that and go, "Oh, it's great, guys." At that point, you're just like a fucking shill. It sounds awful.
It wouldn't be surprising to me that Vati Vidya is kind of shilling. Like, Vati Vidya has basically been making his career from like hyper analyzing FromSoft games for years now.
Yeah, and like I said, it's a cash grab. You're wanting me to pay. Like I said, hero based in the sense that you're playing preset characters. Here's what you're choosing between.
That's pretty weak.
There we go.
That's pretty weak.
And you know it's going to have like a battle pass and shit like that. Let's not kid ourselves. I suspect it'll do decently and then fucking drop off the face of the earth.
Probably.
Remember earlier in the year when an Indiana Jones game came out? Oh, wait, that was just a few weeks ago. But it feels like it was so long.
Evidently, the gameplay's not bad. The voice acting is terrible. The writing's not good. But the gameplay wasn't bad.
It's one of those. Yeah, it sounds like one of those games where it's like the gameplay is kind of what saves it in a few different ways, which is good. I'm glad for that. It's just Troy Baker's performance is not good at all. Let's put it this way: my family, my sister, who does think Troy Baker is a decent voice actor, she heard that performance and went, "Yeah, that doesn't sound very good."
Well, I like Troy Baker. I have no problem with Troy Baker. But it's kind of like where everybody gets upset about Chris Pratt always being casted into like some voice role. Troy Baker is in every freaking male voice role in video gaming right now. It's like there's nobody else.
Right.
Well, it's either Troy Baker, Nolan North, or fucking Matt Mercer. And I can always hear Matt Mercer. Never escape.
I think the worst case was when I heard him voicing like Jotaro in like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. That was one case where I'm like, this just sounds bad. Like really bad.
The worst one for Matt Mercer was Kylo Ren in like the Star Wars Battlefront 2 game.
That sounds bad in general.
Woo! That one was terrible. I was like, you didn't even get close. Like, fuck happened, Matt?
I wonder if there's like a dark. Well, I'm sure there is. You had the whole Vic Mignogna thing, but like the shady business dealings of voice actors.
I mean, there's definitely a kind of cult thing. You have to be in the group or they'll fucking try to ruin you.
Well, I think a lot of it is like, it's like the same 24 people or something like that.
Which is kind of why I give respect to Rockstar. They always usually hired like unknown voice actors and shit for each of the games.
I'm not necessarily knocking like the voice talent you see on stuff like Critical Role and all that, but it's just it's like almost every game or TV show you see it.
Oh no, I'm knocking what's her name, Laura Bailey, on her fucking like god awful Southern accent that she did.
Was that Laura Bailey who did that?
And her name's Laura Bailey, right? The fucking brunette one.
She's like dark haired, yeah.
Yeah. You did like I mean a terrible fucking Southern accent. And I'm gonna hit him.
Look, it's Isabel.
Oh
Y'all
no.
won't they get upset if anyone else does stereotype accents, but when they do it, oh, it's just fine.
Oh, it's just fine.
I'm like, nah, that was terrible. I remember hearing it. And who's the other one? I don't actually know what game the Ashley chick is from. I don't think I know, or she must be like very unrememberable in any of her roles.
I just hear a lot of their stuff from like it's usually a lot of like obscure animated like shows and stuff like that. Poorly animated ones at that. Which really didn't help whenever it's like you watch Legends of Vox Machina. I don't know if I'm the only one who thinks that show is not good at all, but
Everyone thinks it's not good at all, except the fanboys who think it's great.
I think the only way you can really enjoy it is if you already enjoy Critical Role.
I mean, I actually don't. I don't remember. Did the show even get like greenlit again?
I honestly
That was,
don't know.
Season.
I really don't know.
What season are they on? 19?
No. I'm talking about like the animated one. Because they made deals with Amazon.
Ah.
Why isn't she launching? Dang it. Oh, now she launches.
In which, I'm going to be honest with you.
Do it again. Do it again. Dare you.
They probably made a lot off of that show. Not only the rights, and their characters and shit, but also getting paid to do the voice acting.
Yeah, that wouldn't surprise me, honestly.
Which, remember, their fans got really upset at them when it got leaked how much they actually were making on Twitch.
Yeah, how much are they making?
I think it wasn't it 17 million order?
Shazam.
That wouldn't surprise me.
It was something like
Critical Role is
17
a
million, but it
massive
was
show.
over a certain amount of years, keep in mind.
Critical Role is a massive show.
But they were making a lot of money. And then, of course, they cultivated a fucking woke socialist.
Thank you. Oh, no.
Socialists?
Yeah.
Oh, are they
No.
like pro-socialists but making millions?
Oh, the voice actors for them? Oh, yeah. They're fucking woke. Really woke.
Filthy.
I mean,
Disease.
fucking Matt Mercer paints his nails.
Oh. This is no human.
He paints his nails, and then
Well, let's put it this way: when you watch Legends of Vox Machina, and just the bartender alone is like transsexual, has like a purple hairdo and everything.
Yeah.
I'm gonna assume your series is woke.
I'm
Just
also
there
going
on
to
the
assume
spot.
it's not going to last more than 2 seasons.
also
Your intentions may be different, but just through power of assumption, I'm going to assume it's woke.
they're definitely woke. Like the Critical Role group. Not even close. That's why they went really silent on the Palestine and Israel shit when it was going on. And their fans were like, "You need to comment on it," and I'm like, "They realize this is a business."
It's like they know they're going to be losing money if they start
Actually,
commenting on it.
No, they don't have to comment on it because their business has nothing to freaking do with it.
Right. But I'm talking. But this is the audience that they've.
Oh, I get what you're saying.
This
I
is
get
the
what you're saying. They
critters
cultivate
they're
this
talking about.
situation.
Yeah, this
The
is
critters are nuts.
the ones for whom they have cultivated.
I think it was their third campaign or whatever. They had the fucking pronoun shit. One of them was like the non-binary.
Non-binary.
If you want to go for that audience, fine, but just remember, that's a very, very small percentage of the population. It's not going to get you wide market appeal.
It's a very volatile audience too. They turn on you easily.
Oh, yes. Yeah, so little. Like, you can do 1,000 things for them. One mistake, and that's it.
They hit a little bit of the jackpot in some of them because I think they got basically they actually cultivate a Disney adults type mentality. with some
Yo,
of them.
wow.
Like,
Disney.
I mean, I got to give them props. They do have fans like that, and that's like it's not like an easy thing to cultivate, you know. Yeah, they are nut jobs. Like Otter, I'm gonna pose this question to you. Who do you think is more crazy, them or the Star Citizen?
I'm gonna say Star Citizen, just because you've got more of a sunken cost fallacy there.
Remember back when
And
regular
that's
old Trekkies
really
were
going to
considered the
make
most
people
extreme
hostile.
fans?
Those were the days.
Well, you haven't met some of these anime fans.
Sonic community
No.
still strange as ever.
Mm-hmm.
No, the Sonic one is fucking like, you know where they go.
Yeah, it's
I'm
absolutely
unfamiliar.
nuts.
Should I stay that way?
Yes. Well, I mean, you know who Sonichu is, don't you?
Yeah.
I thought you were saying
Freaking
Sonic,
bracelet.
as in the hedgehog.
Oh,
Yeah, there's Sonic.
Yep.
Yeah, wear the bracelet.
Frequency. I need your address. I need to send you a Sonichu medallion.
Don't do it.
Oh no.
Listen, don't you want the Sonichu? Don't you want the protection?
Look,
of
there's
Sonic?
just certain things you don't mess with in the world, and that's one of them.
You know who Chris Chan is, right? Frequency. Yes.
And
dude.
then
That
Ultimate
way.
Kahuna?
What? Chris Chan?
Whoa. He
Oh,
does it.
Chan. I thought you said Christian.
No, Chris
No,
Chan.
nah.
Holy shit, this
Okay,
wolf
yeah.
just massacred a bunny. And he runs away like a coward.
It was the Black Beast of
Wait, hold up,
Ah!
Otter. That's just like nature.
I know, but he
Not
just
really
like,
massacring. He's like,
Yeah,
hunting.
that's just how it works.
well, he didn't
man.
even eat him. He just gave him the old head bash and then ran away.
Well, you
That's
know,
okay.
he owed him money.
It's the Monty Python bunny.
I guess so.
He owed him some of those Cadbury eggs.
That is true.
Oh boy.
Oh, where am I going?
Oh, bother.
So
Bother.
when Bioware gets shut down, we're gonna have like a popcorn party.
Yes.
Yes, no?
Yes,
He
obviously.
Well, I mean, Otter answered, so I was just.
I gave the perfect answer. Why don't you listen to me,
Listen, when it's
senpai?
He
announced-
spoke
Notice
correctly.
me, senpai.
Listen, when it's announced, I'm doing a fucking stream celebrating it. I'm like, fuck you, Bioware. You're so
Yeah,
shit.
you know, I give it to BioWare because EA for the longest time was like the shittiest company, and they held their beer so fucking hard. I mean, EA were the ones that invented.
Somewhat not. Like I still remember Dragon Age 2. I played that game. That game is broken as fuck to this day. It is
Still
not the
probably a
worst
better
Dragon
game
Age
than
game,
Veilguard.
It is not the worst Dragon Age game now. I will
It
say that.
was once upon a time. But times change.
Veilguard beat at least Dragon Age 2. At least the combat I can somewhat have fun with. Looking at fucking Veilguards, oh my god. I cannot do fucking 30 to 50 hours of that shit.
You know, this game is giving me a simple pleasure after playing through some of FF14, and I'm kind of getting to a point where I realized why I quit the game just a little bit.
Yeah,
It's getting into cutscene simulator just a bit.
I've noticed that when you were playing.
Well, you know, you should play
Well,
Metal Gear
apparently
Solid.
Endwalker is especially infamous for it. I'm
Well,
like,
you should play Metal Gear now. Metal Gear.
I've played some Metal Gear games.
What's that other one? The one about walking, like literally about walking in cutscenes.
A walking simulator?
with
Yeah,
Norman
walking
Reedus.
simulators.
Norman.
Death Stranding. That's what you're
Yeah.
talking about.
I heard it would have like hour-long cutscenes.
It's a Kojima game. That's to be
We
expected.
could have had Silent Hills, but then hijinks ensued, and that's what we got instead. Motherfuckers.
Yeah, but do we
Hmm.
think that game would have actually been good with Kojima?
Maybe. I mean, Silent Hill, I think, is his flavor when it comes to craziness. Yeah. It
Maybe,
wouldn't
but how
have
is he
been
gonna
as
make
good as
some-
the originals. I think gameplay wise, it could have been very good, but with his long ass cutscenes, like I don't know, that's so. I just don't think it's conducive of gaming to have shit
Well,
tons
I also don't
of
think
long
it's
ass
good
cuts.
in a horror game to have fucking hour-long cutscenes because you lose a lot of the horror.
Yeah, that's true. I think for horror, what works better is just like found documentation and short clips and diaries and shit. That's worked very well for horror.
Why am I in Stargate land?
That sounds fun.
Sometimes you just no clip into it. It happens.
I guess so.
Nice.
I could reinforce my armor. Oh, that's just a flat buff. Oh, come on. I was expecting like actually reinforcing it instead of just being like, oh yeah, you have my blessing for like 10 minutes.
Such a negative Nancy.
I know, right?
Can't see the good in life.
Time for my character to go to sleep for 8 hours. And there he goes.
As you do.
I didn't
As-
get 8 hours of sleep.
My character does. Now he's awake.
Your character is so lucky. He gets the perfect prescribed sleeping time to have a hearty
Well,
day.
you say lucky. He's got to make sure the fire stays lit, or wolves might breach the camp and eat me while I sleep.
Oh, Billy, guess what book I'm honestly thinking about getting myself for the holidays? It'll be an interesting
Fourth
book.
Wing, your favorite book. I know.
Yeah, it's obviously Fourth Wing. So have I talked to you at all about Axe? It's a weird freaking name for a rule system, but I was
Yeah.
thinking about getting the PDF. So there's a particular reason why I was thinking about getting it. Basically it has rules for everything, and I'm thinking about lifting some shit. See what I can find. Like
Nice.
it's actually it's like the creator, he went to an insane amount of depth. I think it's like he actually thought out like the logic of like a medieval economy and all of that. So it's like it was like actually tackling the idea if adventurers went into a small town and they got tons and tons of gold and just flooded the economy, that would actually be really bad for the town. So villagers on average would actually hate adventurers because of that.
Except that's if you're influxing the economy with a shit ton of gold.
Right. That's like an if case. That's if like a group of like PCs came in and all of a sudden they're like, all right, we're spending like 50,000 gold on this one thing just because then it would be like hyperinflation.
I think the only problem with that is it get real fucking annoying real quick.
Yeah, it's
Gotta
one of
get
those
build
things
building
where
projects done.
it's one of those things I see it more as like a research type of thing. I know some people will swear by it, like going like using it 100%, like that's their preferred system. Like I am curious about it. I do want to see what I can learn from it, but I don't know if I'm gonna use everything from it or anything like that.
Right. Oh man.
Oh, what did I explore here? Found something. Speed boons.
Metroid will return shortly. I had computer issues.
Oh,
Connectivity.
Oh,
Disgusting.
sweet! I got a boon.
I'm setting up a rabbit trap so that way maybe I can have dinner tonight.
What's up, Frederick?
Hail, Frederick.
Frederick Ribas.
Frederick. Can I go up here? Yeah, I can. This game loves its jumping puzzles. I'm cool with that.
I got a bunch of those myself, except they're side scrollers instead of 3D.
Yeah, I've been trying out a few puzzle games lately, and some of them have been really solid, actually. There's one that I can really just describe as MC Escher meets Drug Trip. Oh, I'm gonna fall. Oh, I'm gonna fall. I am getting off.
So it's
There we
pretty
go.
much like being the DMV for too long.
Well, it's like it goes off a simple premise where it's like the world itself loops in on itself. So it's like if you fall off the edge of the world and you go through the bottom, you emerge through a copy of the world on the top. And there's like gravity puzzles around that. So it's like if you face a wall and you press the space bar, you can make that become the floor. And that's how the whole like puzzle system goes around. So it's a very trippy game.
Interesting.
I am on a very precarious spot right now. Well, isn't that wonderful? Should I jump off? It's the absolute smartest thing to do.
Kind of remind me, remember the Pac-Man game on the GameCube?
Oh, nope. I'm dead. On the GameCube, I can't say I do.
Well, it was a
actually.
3D run around. There are some spiraling jump platformer challenges like that in there.
Oh, okay. No, I wasn't aware of it, actually.
I think it was Pac World is what it was called.
Yeah, but honestly, I just after playing more of an MMO that's a lot more focused on story, playing something like Guild Wars
Yeah.
2, where you're just kind of exploring, like that's the focus of the game. It's pretty
very-
satisfying.
That's what I always kind of liked about Guild Wars 2 is very exploration heavy.
Yeah, and I do like exploration.
And their questing system's good. Their open world questing system. You
Yeah,
just kind of walk up and then the quest's there. No clicking on shit.
right. It a lot of, and I like FF14 too, but a lot of that game is like you going around and clicking on people. That is a
Yeah,
lot of
yeah.
the game.
I've noticed that. And that's kind of what kept me from really getting into it. I just, I've been there before. I've done that already in a lot of other MMOs.
Yeah. I like this. You don't even need to talk to people if you don't want to.
Mhm.
It's all very optional. Time to go into the city proper.
Are you playing live tonight, Wrangler?
City, don't go into the city. Cities are evil. Don't go to Philadelphia. Why would you go there? There's crazy people.
I'm in
there.
Philadelphia, all right, and you can't stop me.
No.
I didn't know they had
Yes.
Philadelphia in that game.
See? Doesn't this look like Philadelphia? It's like any moment I'm going to meet Rocky Balboa.
Adrian!
Hey, Adrian, look at where I'm standing.
That's
looks
not the
pretty
real
badass.
Philadelphia. It's too clean and laid out, and there's security.
Yeah, cities are notoriously freaking dirty, man.
Hey, Adrian, I'm playing Guild Wars 2.
Now
my
I'm
God.
picturing Rocky Balboa getting addicted to Guild Wars 2.
I'm just being reminded of back in March when we were at Valley Forge, and there's just a casino towering overview, and I'm like, yep, this is the closest this channel is getting to Philadelphia because we ain't going beyond that casino there. Everything is urban sprawl beyond that.
Can I
And
jump
they
off?
have- all the stains have stains on them.
The stains have stains within the stains.
That's how LA is.
To the magical land of L.A. Movie's so weird.
It's definitely magical.
Have you guys seen Beastmaster 2?
I haven't.
No, just
It's
the
a
first one.
bad movie. Very bad movie.
Is it worth watching for the laughs?
I'll argue yes on that. It's not a good movie, but it is a kind of enjoyable movie all the same.
Does it ruin the first one by watching the second one?
A little bit. The first movie is like a straight up D&D movie. The second one is like reverse isekai and not in a good way.
Yeah, you were telling me about that the other day, I think. Somebody was. He kind of comes back to the present time or some shit.
Yeah, and it's like it goes from like swords and sorcery fantasy world to like our world for no reason other than just, hey, we want to harness the power of a nuke.
They were making bad sequels back in the day.
Yeah, the Beastmaster movies were never perfect, but that one, the movies got progressively worse and worse.
I don't know. I just saw the first one when I was a kid, and it scared the Jesus out of me. Like, I haven't revisited, but it has imprinted on me. The huge, like, skin creatures that will like give you an acid bath and
Oh yeah.
have nothing but bones fall at their feet.
Okay, that is like completely justified.
That's terrifying. And
I watched that movie for the first time like a couple years ago, and I loved it. If I watched it as a kid, yeah, that would probably terrify me.
yeah, the little ferrets were so cute.
Oh, I love the ferrets. The only thing that would make it better is if they were otters.
No, you gotta let it go, Otter. Can't be.
I can't.
It can't be.
I
all about you.
absolutely can't.
Racial supremacy.
Listen, Fraser, you're supposed to be working on Black Tarzan. What are you doing here?
Hey, NDA.
And,
You gotta pay me each time you talk about Black Tarzan.
Listen, you sound sick as well.
No, I just woke up from a nap. That's why I'm late. Like I went on a cleaning spree today, doing a little bit of cleanup before the holidays, and yeah, fell asleep.
Oh, be right back.
So that's my origin story.
That's his origin story.
what an origin story.
And that's how I gained my superpowers, from my nap. And when he woke up from his nap, he had gained supernatural powers.
Oh my god.
That would be the most boring fucking superhero origin story.
What if the real question is, what happened while you were napping?
Yeah, dude. Oh no, my powers are low. I need to take a nap.
Oh my god.
That would be hilarious.
Another thing I'm noticing with this
I'm
game is that
quite
there's more
fatigued.
players.
Say again, Otter?
I'm noticing that there's more players with this game. Maybe I'm just on a different server or something.
The Metroid server?
That was another thing with FF14. It's like most of the people who actually play the game are just like camping in like one of the three main cities, or you could also argue a fourth. But like,
I mean, it's
you actually like go out and play the game. There's not a whole lot of people going around.
So is each city on a different server? Is that how it works?
I don't think that's the case. So it's like in FF14, you have like 3 starting cities, and then each expansion added a new city to the game. But it's like there's one in the base game called Limsa Lomenza, and everybody hangs out there because it's basically like high fantasy coastal town. This game, it seems like no matter where I go, there's like people I encounter.
Which game are you playing?
Guild Wars 2.
Guild Wars.
Oh, what did
Is
I
that
get?
a Christmas tree?
Yeah, I got my own gift from a Christmas tree. Got a whole bunch of gifts. What am I getting? Snowflakes?
But you're an otter, so you're stealing gifts.
Yes, I am absolutely stealing gifts.
There you go, officer.
It's always the same.
Wasn't even that hard to get him to admit it.
On
He's an
stream as
otter,
well.
man. They're
On
very
stream.
tenacious.
Did you see they caught another streamer doing horrendous things this week?
What? Who was it?
He was a guy who was doing a lot of this stuff, and he got caught because he sprayed the whole produce section, like fruits and vegetables, with a bug spray, which is which is poison. So, and he of course streamed himself doing it, but he's been like streaming himself doing crimes for, well, stupid little prank, borderline crimes. And this one, it got him caught. And so he might be charged for past stuff that he uploaded as well. Because
You bet. Yeah, he's getting charged.
yeah, they're calling them nuisance streamers because they kind of thrive on getting clout from being a nuisance.
Yeah, I know the kind.
They're touched in the head and not in a good way.
Yeah.
Well, you remember the what was it, prank streamers?
My God, there's
The
so
one
many
who
people
finally
here.
fucking
The server is lagging.
Yeah, it's
The one who finally fucking got shot.
yes.
Look at this.
Fucked with the wrong dude.
That was cool. Yeah, that was you're talking about the guy who's picking up food at the mall, right?
Yeah. And
Yeah,
fucking-
yeah.
He got blasted.
Yeah. You gotta be
It's just
careful.
a prank,
with-
bro. Well, he
Yeah.
just shot your fucking nuts off, bro.
Yeah, it's like Johnny Somali is now gonna end up doing years of prison in Korea.
Yeah, I don't think they're gonna actually have him in prison.
Why not?
Well, because for one, he's actually not in prison, but he can't stream because they confiscate all his stuff, and he
Yeah.
can't work there either.
Yeah. Well, he's got his hands on a new phone currently.
Yeah, they're gonna confiscate that as well.
Yeah, it could be. But yeah, the reason they're letting him free is because they don't want to be the ones paying for his stay. So they're basically
Yeah, I don't think
letting
they
him.
want to. I don't think they want to put him in prison. I think they're gonna fucking make him run out of all money and then send his ass off.
Maybe.
Merry Christmas, ladies and gentlemen. I'm next to a snowman that I built myself.
But
Like,
I
do
don't know.
you really think South Korea wants to pay for this dude to be in prison for 25 years in their country?
Oh, I have no idea. But he is facing some serious charges and some serious prison time, like minimum 1 years for multiple stuff. So that's why I'm saying he might be doing some time.
And the reason why I'm saying he's not is they let him out. And they're confiscating everything that he owns, and he can't work, so he's having to use his own personal money. And they push back his trial date to like over a year now or something like that.
4 months. Yeah.
When it
Sounds
was
like
supposed to be-
punishment.
Listen,
Yeah,
they're fucking draining him is
Yeah,
what they're
yeah.
doing. And what they'll do is once he gets really low on money, they'll say, all right, you're banned from our country. And then they send us back to the US.
That'd be hilarious.
He'd be lucky if that's all they did.
Because if they wanted, if they really cared about keeping him in prison, why let him out and do that?
Because he's basically in prison right now, except he has to pay for himself. So I don't think.
Right, but if he's such a nuisance and they really want to make an example, why release him? To where he can actually hurt people in your country.
Well, he's not hurting people right now. He's actually staying inside because everyone wants to beat him up. So the whole country kind of hates him. And I don't know if you know this, but he kind of stands out in Korea. So I don't think he's having a good time.
No, Ubisoft says he doesn't stand out in any way.
Ah, you're right. If Assassin's
Lynn's
Creed has
in.
taught us anything,
Matter
Is
of
he-
fact, when they make
he can walk
Assassin's
around and they
Creed-
will like, not know who is causing all this.
when they make Assassin's Creed Korean Shadows,
They're going to be Johnny Somali skins.
yeah.
Oh boy.
What was it? What was it? George's Alexopoulos' one thing of Assassin's Creed Shadows. Oh no, someone's been murdered. Look for anyone who stands out.
No, nobody
Oh
stands out.
yeah, that one.
Yeah. If I notice them, I'm racist. It's you're trapped if you do, trapped if you don't. That looks pretty cool,
damned if you
Wrangler.
do.
I'm watching your gameplay. That looks like exactly the same gameplay as on the NES, but brought to modern graphic style. That looks freaking dope.
All right.
I love
Time
this
to play
game.
some Star Wars Battlefront 2 original.
I'm going to Toy Apocalypse.
Oh, this stuffy nose gonna fucking kill me tonight, man. Ah. What's some other stupid shit? We had Melanie Mack make a video.
Yeah, it was great.
Oh yeah.
She's hilarious.
I'm gonna be honest with you, Frederick. The joke wasn't even that great. Like, you got to do better if you're gonna just use the word faggot. Gotta make it stick
It's
more.
the remixes afterwards when the people pick it
What
up and
was the
turn it into
video?
songs and then make a remix out of it.
She
Yeah, but
was
that's
saying
not, that's
that it
not
was
Melanie
like
Mack.
she was saying it was like the internet. With the internet, it's just like faggots everywhere. That was the whole video. It was basically her going into like white trash mode. I'm like what the fuck, Melanie?
She needs to look up what's his name? Ty Rivera. He's a gay comedian. Fucking based as hell, man. Like, he knows how to make the fucking faggot jokes. They're funny. She was just kind of, I don't know. The video was just like, all right.
It wasn't
I
funny.
would have went with Troll Central. I thought about this for a while, and Troll's Paradise. We live in Troll's Paradise. I know, because from time to time I shall partake in shit posting, and oh my god, the feedback is almost instantaneously. Do you get that? Do you get that troll high? That's why I call it the troll high. You're like, yes, give me your hatred, give me your attention. Pay attention to the absolutely retarded shit I'm saying. But that's just me. Like, I actually started this thread. I call it a thread by now. It's a YouTube comment thread where they were explaining like a horror thing and how it did this whole, what was it called? Like alone in a dark forest theory, or alone in a dark forest and everything is quiet except for you, therefore all eyes are on you. And I just started going extremely literal with being alone in the dark forest. And holy shit, it's so many people thought that it was appropriate to reply to me. It's like, no, I'm fucking trolling.
Dude, so on Battlefront 2, I forgot the hunt mode that's on certain maps. Boy, they would cancel this fucking game.
Oh yeah,
Eliminate as many of the indigenous species as possible before the time runs out.
Oh boy.
There's so much old school stuff that they would just cancel in the modern era. Mainly because of kind of like how you're saying it. They're very volatile. You do one thing wrong, that's it. You know, out the door. You're problematic.
I've been seeing a lot of videos where lately where it's like we were talking a bit about quote unquote Gooner Gate last week. What I didn't realize was
What's Gooner mean? Some tells me it's got a different meaning than what it used to mean to me.
It's the other thing Melanie Mack is in the news
All right, hold up.
now.
Hold up. Give us your definition of gooner. I want to hear it, Frequency, before we tell you.
A goon is like some big bad thug, hired hitman, or henchman or something.
Well, gooning is like degenerate shit.
Gooning's the face you make when you get off.
Yeah.
And here I'm thinking gooning means you're like smacking everyone around like a boss, like I'm too big of a goon for you to take down. I'm stuck in the 80s, so
And now you got like, in my opinion, like you kind of got like this one side that's trying to use the censorship the other way around now. Or not really the other way around. They're kind of wanting the same thing that we just got out of.
Oh fuck.
Which is have every female in a hijab, basically.
Well, it was also like Geeks and Gamers, and also like Eric July and all of them were straight up going against what she was saying. They're like, man, it's funny how you mention this right now. Cammy's been around for a hot minute.
Oh. Well, that's why I made up that one meme, Lego Star Wars 2. Technically, in the game, there's a stormtrooper in a bikini. That's highly sexual. It's a porn game, obviously.
Well, you want to know who called
Obviously.
it? I know he's not your favorite guy, Billy, but just some guy called this.
Called what?
He said, as soon as things shift to the right, you're going to have everybody going to center every little thing in the other direction.
Yeah,
He called this like 2
yeah.
years
So
ago.
did I.
So see, you can agree
In
on
fact,
some
you can
things.
go back. You can find conversations from us from 2 years talking about when it does switch back. We don't want it to go censorship on the other route.
Well, I was the moron who thought they've already been down that route. They know better. Now, here we go. I was a naive one here.
Well,
It's a
I
different
think
generation.
I think they also it was like Jeremy and Geeks and Gamers, they all made an argument. They're like, this is the video game violence argument all over again. I'm like, yeah, it is actually.
Oh my god, I forgot how to fucking block on this. There we go.
Let's see if I can.
I mean, it's the same stuff, and the thing is like it's technically the worst time to try to push this because no one's for it at all.
Now, granted, in the last handful of, not really handful of years, so like a decade ago, we realized that, yeah, the video games do actually help it make it easier for a human being to do violent stuff, particularly being a soldier and shooting someone with a gun. I think the whole shtick was like back in the day, less than 10% of the soldiers got like a majority of the kills because most people didn't actually open fire on the target. And then they started introducing first-person shooters to the soldiers, and now it's like over 50% aim to kill or shoot to kill, no problem.
Okay. A
So
lot
for
of the
training,
video game stuff, the problem is a lot of
So
it
if
just
you-
comes down to your parents and your parents actually doing their parenting.
Yes.
Very much.
Yeah,
I-
I will say this though, because
Nah,
of the ESRB ratings, I think they do a good job. We just really need to reinforce, like, hey, parents, this is like a rated R movie. This is like a PG-13 movie. You know, it's like, what is it? A handful of years ago, they basically uncovered that they were purposely trying to keep parents undereducated on what ESRB meant, which is kind of why, if you look at like rated R and the way that they display rated R compared to like ESRB, where all the different ratings look very similar to each other. It's like a character slightly on its side, and they're all the exact same color. Like all that is particularly made for confusion's sake for parents and shit. So we do have a literal industry that's been practicing keeping parents in the dark. So I'd say, just introduce them to the ESRB rating. It's like, look, it exists. You can't buy rated AO games on store shelves and shit. So I think that'd be a very easy thing. Is like, look, the ESRB exists.
okay, but it still comes down to it's really on the parent.
Yeah, but like what I just said, like gaming industries put a lot of money and literally freaking designed the ESRB to be kind of like, it's not promoted for the parent. Let's put it that way. It's specifically made so parents would be blindly buying this shit. So it's like something that the corporations literally did beforehand, and which helps fuel those conversations because they're kind of keeping their fingers crossed that you remain ignorant to what the rated M means.
I'm gonna push back on that a little bit because if you must be a really dumb parent not to look and see, because it does have to have tags on the rating next to the letter of what's in the game technically.
Yeah.
I will say,
But all of that, like, that goes back to my
Japanese.
argument, is it's particularly designed to be vague. They put it in spaces on the boxes where that are like, they have done tests and studies that you will actually stare here less than anywhere else, so to say. That's why you'll have them marked in particular spots. Like you gotta remember, this is a gaming industry. This isn't necessarily what we'd call a very non-shady industry in the modern era, and a lot of the shit they do is simply to maximize profits. At least it used to be until the wokesters. So like, you know, I ain't saying go out there and do anything crazy. All I'm saying is promote ESRB, and it'll end so much of these arguments before they even begin. I mean, I don't think that's too radical. Am I crazy here?
Okay,
so
give me.
it's like
I'm going to ask you, like, what specifically are you saying you're wanting done? Are you
Just
wanting
promote
the government
ESRB
to-
rating.
Are you
I
wanting
think a lot of people are still going to ignore that.
No. Hold up. I'm going to actually ask this. Are you saying you're wanting the government to have stricter regulations on, like, distinguishing?
No, I'm not
putting
talking
on
about
the box?
regulations at all. Like at best, let's say if you bring the government in, because
No. Okay, hold up. Let me finish.
okay, go ahead.
So what I'm saying is you're wanting the government to, when I say regulate, I mean like making sure that there's distinguishable things out there for ratings, putting more pressure on the corporations to not make
you
them
don't
look
even really
simple.
have to do that. I'll be
Make it
honest.
more fun.
Make a fucking commercial that says you wouldn't buy you wouldn't take your child to a rated R movie. Why would you buy them a rated M game? Whoa, crazy. Because, you know, a lot of people don't pay attention to this shit.
So you're just wanting.
I'm not even wanting. I'm
Government
throwing out there
funded-
more so suggestions, you know, because like overall,
Well, that's
like
why
what
I'm
we're
here.
complaining about is like old school right wing censorship popping up again. Okay, so let's nip it in the butt before it appears. You know, introduce them to these things. A lot of it comes from ignorance, more so than anything, and you got to get to it because human beings are human beings. And a lot of the people who are going to push censorship in this direction are going to do it primarily based off of, like the wokesters do, an emotional reaction, I believe, because you know we have the rating system. They don't know it exists. A lot of them. Just reinforce the rating system. Make a damn commercial about it. And there you go. At worst, let's say, if you had somebody to go in there and do something, make the display of rated M, you know, the ratings more visible.
Okay.
I mean, that's it.
Listen,
I
I'm
think
going to say I don't think it'd be a bad thing to make it where it has to be more displayed.
yeah. I mean, I ain't saying it's bad at all.
I
I'm
don't
just
think
saying
that's
that.
overreach from a government to be like,
Yeah.
all right, make sure, you know, the rating is visible. Then it's on the part of the parents just fucking retarded.
Yeah.
Big thing is just making sure that our society is informed about it. I think
Exactly.
that's the big thing.
That's what I'm aiming at, is just informed, because that's what these studios like doing, is keeping you parents disinformed so that way they can buy the next Halo game and shit. Which, you know, a lot of them just fucking do. And like you said, it is on the parent, but the corporations aren't helping either. It's like no one's really trying to help the parent figure out what any of this shit means.
Yeah, parents have way too much trust in the overall system.
Right.
Oh, that-
and that's
public
my
school
big
for
problem
that.
with censorship and government regulation. That just conditions people to be more reliant on the government to solve their problems. Who needs discipline whenever somebody else can solve your problems?
Yeah, but that's the public school mindset right there, unfortunately. What is it? Raise your hand to go take a shit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Public schools also all but encourage that kind of behavior too. That's
Mhm.
another big thing.
Man, it's almost
I
like
think
they're
that's
a
where it comes
government-
from, to
It's
be
almost
honest.
like they're a government institution.
Yeah, almost.
Right?
I-
Wonder of
I-
wonders.
yeah, that's where it comes from, because that's how we also like start operating in freaking colleges as well. It's a lot less autonomy of the individual.
I will say this as well. Keep in mind, we are getting more and more to adults played games, or adults now have been playing games as kids.
Yeah,
So they're more aware anyways of this than, let's say, 10, 15 years ago.
The ones who were gamers as kids themselves, yeah, but there's still a massive part of the population out there who weren't gamers when they were kids, so they don't think it.
Yeah, but
When they think back to it, they
you're not
think,
hearing what I'm
oh,
saying.
little guy jumping around pixels. They don't think what it's come to now.
Yeah, but you are getting it now.
Yeah,
You're
I mean,
st-
both of
you're-
those are true. And like, let me throw this scenario at you because this is a real scenario I got from a parent. It was like, hey, I'm totally down with like, Call of Duty and stuff. So my kid wants to play Call of Duty. It's not a big deal. He watches rated R movies with me.
Keep them out.
And then he buys him a game, forgot which game it is. And then he goes to see what's up with his game. He's expecting, some blood and guts and shooting. And it's a pornographic sex scene. It's like, okay.
Hello, Witcher 2.
What game was it?
I don't remember. It was before Witcher was a thing, though. No, roughly around it.
Or what was it? Fucking Metro? Which one was Otter?
Oh, Metro. that game has like a whole lap dance sequence.
Hey, what's up, Guilty?
Hey, Guilty.
Uploading data.
It appears your beautiful little
Oh, there's a little mystery here. Well, this is interesting.
Now, it was a war game like Call of Duty, or just a game his son was asking and just
for you to do so.
went with it?
It's that simple. I consider your performance here on TV.
I think it was God of War, one of the God of War games.
Oh, that makes sense, actually.
That one glimpse you showed told me everything. Submit and offer.
Yeah. I mean, let's be honest. It is kind of weird that you have God of War full-blown sex scenes in it sometimes. And then you have Call of Duty, which is just straight up killing people with guns, and they're both rated M.
Well, the same thing goes with rated R films.
Yeah, that's true.
Not just video games on that.
That's
You
true.
can have rated R film. Oh, well, you got some blood and maybe a little bit of cursing. Rated R. And then you got
Well, that'd be PG.
what's his name? Rob Zombie. You have a Rob Zombie rated R as well. It's like,
Yeah, Rob Zombie's pretty out there. Frankly, I think most of his movies would fall underneath NC-17. Holy shit!
Let's go, Raven bitch.
Because there is that aspect, I guess, that we haven't necessarily looked at the rating system since like the 80s when they were first implemented, and we are seeing some crazy shit that we probably never thought we would back in the day.
well, that's a little weird because used to it was just what was it, G?
It was like it was PG, it was G, PG, and R.
Yeah.
So
Hey, because Indiana Jones, the first one, is rated G.
yes, and it's clearly like
You know,
PG-13 stuff.
so you know the great stuff about that.
Yeah.
So in my school, and this was like elementary or middle school, I can't remember which, but they were like, "Oh, you can bring in a movie and we'll vote which one to watch," right?
Uh-huh.
They're like, but it's fucking dumb school regulations. They're like, but it's got to be rated G.
It's gonna be Homeward Bound.
Yeah, and I'm like, all right. And I'm like, well, fuck it, I can bring in Indiana Jones. You can't argue with me. It's fucking rated G. It counts.
Has
Yes,
like
there's blood in it.
melting and shit.
Yeah, butter. Like it counts. It's got cursing and everything. I don't give a fuck. It counts. You can't deny it.
You got the whole melting off face
I
of the
think
face scene as well in there.
Look up the rating for Gremlins for me. The first one, because I think that's rated G.
It might be. Let me go and take a
Because
look.
I think I brought that one as well. I brought Indiana Jones and
And
fucking
Gremlins.
Gremlins. And I know Gremlins we end up watching. Not like they were both G.
Gremlins, it doesn't surprise me because it's not like human blood or anything. It's just like Muppet blood and exploding inside.
No,
of
but there is
microwave
like a
and
straight up,
blenders.
What are they called? I forgot what they're called. The new.
It's funny you say that, Billy. I'm actually looked it up. It is PG, And
Is
it
it
was
PG?
one of two movies that helped inspired, if you will, the creation of PG-13. The other was none other than Indiana Jones. So Indiana Jones and Gremlins helped inspire the PG-13.
Okay, so this was G at a time that there was no PG.
Well, I just remember being able to bring it in because technically
Yeah.
it fell onto the rating.
There was PG. There just wasn't a PG-13 yet. Both of those
Oh.
movies are technically PG. And they're like, all right, I think we need something a little in betweener here.
Yeah, but then again, some of the rating is stupid. Like you can
Oh, nothing's perfect.
technically you can have gore and shit in a PG and PG-13 movie. It just has to be green or blue.
Yeah, it can't. Basically, it can't be human and shit, or it has to be suggestive.
Yeah, which is
A lot of it actually
stupid.
comes down to like the era that the movie itself was released, because it's like by today's standards, if Indiana Jones was released today, it would be an R movie, or at the very least PG-13.
it'd probably be
Yeah.
PG-13.
Well,
Wouldn't say
it's a
rated R.
movie that
There's no
inspired
actual hard swearing. I don't think there's actual nudity. I don't remember there being nudity.
No, you needed like to PG-13. It's like you could have some side boob, and you can say like bitch one time.
Well, you can say fuck one time now. That's been changed now. You're allowed one fuck. And you're allowed to say, I think, damn. Maybe bitch sometimes. It's stupid. I don't know. It's so stupid.
It's really dumb.
And to be honest, like the word fuck now, I think that was Disney, I want to say, who kind of really pushing that. Where they
What,
started
using the
allowing-
F word?
Yeah, they were allowed to use it once, but it can't be referring to like sexual act or anything. But they are able to use it once and keep the rating.
Yeah, that's why Captain America cussed in that one movie, two movies.
Which one?
It was the one with the robots.
Ultron?
Age of Ultron. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Age of Ultron.
Well, what did he say?
I think he said bitch.
Damn is the one that usually you can use.
Yeah.
Usually in most shit, you can use it. Star Wars even uses it.
Which is kind of weird. No, I think it works for Star Wars. I can't see them using like hard R in Star Wars, like fucking shit.
I wouldn't want to see it, to be honest.
It just doesn't
The,
fit. It just feels like it's too much R world, which is what I hated about the new movies. Just brought in too much modern day shit into the Star Wars.
That's what I hate
universe.
about a lot of it. It was like, as soon as like they started trying to take off with like Disney Star Wars, they brought in like all the MCU tropes, but worse.
Yeah. 'cause trying to
yeah,
use the formula.
They were basically just trying to recreate the MCU formula, and then they just destroyed both the MCU and the fucking Star Wars. Just demolish it.
Well, don't worry, guys. The brand is it's dead. It's damaged.
Oh,
Doing so well.
Yeah.
What brand? All the brands are damaged.
better luck
Yeah, but
next
Star
time.
Wars in particular, massively damaged.
Oh, that, yeah. Sorry, I
Memory
zoned
brings
out a
up-
little bit. I was I'll just put it this way. I was publishing a bit of a blurb for a certain Discord. May or not involve a captain.
Well, these things happen.
But also, that's an accurate response to Star Wars. Like, what? What are we talking about? Oh, yeah, that thing.
Listen, it's
Star Wars.
when you have a Star Wars game, granted it's made by Ubisoft, only sell 1 million copies.
That's
Your brand
not
ain't
good.
carrying shit anymore.
Yeah, you're in trouble at that point.
I
Yeah,
hear
they
that
need to-
they even have like a mini game in there that no one has won. No one has won a mount. Apparently, you can play mini games and get mounts in the Star Wars game, and no user
And which one?
online. The new Star Wars game.
Outlaws?
Yeah, from Ubisoft. Yeah,
That's because no one's
Interesting.
playing it.
exactly. So they're like, "Hey, no one's found this achievement yet. There's no one going around the game with a mount. All you guys got to do is play these mini games." No one's responding.
It's
All you got to do is make a good game.
like I said, and usually Star Wars, even a not like great success, will still do decently with the brand. Well, they're fucking up that bad.
Yeah, and it was quite an accomplishment to fuck up Star Wars because it was the biggest brand at the time.
It's a monolith. Star
Yeah,
Wars was
it's
a
like-
monolith.
You release anything Star Wars before, let's say before like Last Jedi, it was like you even mention Star Wars, people are just like throwing money at it. After Last Jedi, it's like nobody cares.
Oh, and keep in mind, this is after kind of a Star Wars video game drought because Disney decided to keep the fucking 10-year deal with EA, which went up in
I'll actually caveat
2023.
The Last Jedi. People were furious. They definitely cared, and I was around the time also Mandalorian was just started to come out, and people were not fully disjaded yet. Rise of Skywalker. After that came out, nobody cared. That was like, oh, we're doomed.
I'm gonna disagree. Last Jedi was that bad. Mandalorian was, oh, maybe if they put this dude in charge, maybe we can kind of have something at least.
And then they put him in charge, and then it went bad.
Yeah.
Went very bad.
And then people who were like, Dave Filoni will save Star Wars.
I
Dave
always
Filoni,
saw
Dave
Kathleen
Filoni
Kennedy-
is
Ka-
Star
Kathleen-
Wars in 2024. What Russell T Davies is to Doctor Who in 2024. Honestly, I feel both of them are very similar situations where when they started creating things, they were very into it, and then they lost their way. They just became they ate too much of
Yeah.
the stupid sauce.
I think the last Jedi? No, the 7th movie. I don't even give a
Sorry
shit
about cutting you
the
off,
title.
Frederick, earlier.
The
Sorry.
Force Awakens.
No worries.
Yeah. I think that was the beginning of the car crash, and then the 8th movie was like when they were pulling bodies out.
Here's the thing: they could have recovered from the failings of the Force Awakens. They could have.
Maybe. Well,
They could
yeah,
have.
Force Awakens. Yeah, you can, because like it was all set up. Force Awakens was 80% set up.
Yes.
And then Ryan Johnson single-handedly destroyed the fucking universe.
Dude, and the biggest thing that was shown with the rise of Palpatine was that they had no plan at all. They paid $4 billion for this franchise. They fucking threw out George's script. And yet, at no point did they say, hey, let's have an idea of where we're going with this shit. And all it took was one fucking dickhead, Ryan Johnson.
Well, to be fair, Kathleen Kennedy was overseeing all this nightmare. And the best part is when you see her in interview and she's like, when we were making these movies, we were asking, what would George do? As if he was dead, you know, like you could just pick up the phone and call him and he would love to fill you in.
Did
I don't
you try
know.
reading the
George
script he gave?
would have been happy to talk to him. Like they literally did throw out his script immediately when they purchased it.
Yeah.
When Bob Iger purchased it, because he had an original script for it.
Yeah, he had a whole trilogy. Yep.
Now, to be honest, it probably was a questionable trilogy. I ain't saying that
Probably.
it would have been as bad as what we got. Definitely wouldn't have. But
Yeah. Am I
questionable.
saying they should have filmed it as is? No.
Yeah.
But
not
at this
all.
point, they can't say that, well, this is in what Lucas would have wanted. No, it's not. You crossed that bridge a long time ago. You burned that bridge. You didn't cross it. Well, you crossed it, then you burned it, and you burned it with
Yeah.
kerosene.
They blew up the bridge and didn't even cross it.
You maniacs!
Yeah, but
Damn you
hilarious.
all the hell!
Is they also ruined multiple fucking careers along the way. Like half the cast in Star Wars is never going to work again. I think the only one that is Oscar Isaac.
oh, dude, like the chick who plays Rey Skywalker. It's
Oh yeah, Oh yeah,
she's having a hard time finding work at all. So she's,
yeah, it's over.
she's
Well, she's
jumping.
gonna have to play a dead character again with her tits out.
She only did that once.
She'll have to do it again.
Well,
All the roast she's
yeah.
getting.
she was a
Yeah.
dead body and caught like Law and Order.
Yeah.
But how long is she going to be young and perky to play a cadaver? Like that.
Now, who knows? Maybe if she plays her cards right, she can be a
Dear
producer
Lord.
in the back end.
Who, the actress who plays Ray?
Yeah, Ridley, something Ridley. Daisy.
Listen, if you
Daisy.
think that Ray movie's ever gonna come out and Disney's gonna have anything to do with Daisy Ridley,
Hey, it's multiple movies, all right?
Hey, it's
And,
going to be the best movie ever, all right?
She's going to be
Don't
in
ask
everything.
questions, just consume product.
Yeah.
Get excited for
It's,
next product.
You know what it's going to be? It's going to come out as a book.
probably. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised. If it
Not
does.
even a comic book anymore because those
No.
have failed.
No, just a basic prose book.
No. It might be a shitty comic. Take that back, Frederick. Because remember, they still have commissioning for like shitty Star Wars comics.
It was an undead chicken.
Well, if it is a comic, I hope that Geode makes an appearance.
Geode, we're gonna get him as a video game character.
He doesn't even need to have a speaking role. He can like be in the background, just sitting there.
I killed an undead chicken for no reason.
Well, if it was undead, it's probably good that you killed it.
It was like pecking on a guy.
It's not good.
Yeah, it's not good. Also, I don't know what's going on with this lady's breastplate, but that looks really uncomfortable.
Yeah, on the sides there. Yeah.
Yeah, look at the sides.
Strange costume design. Seems futuristic, trying to get inspired by some classical stuff.
So what's everybody got planned for Christmas? I am very much planning on just spending some time with the family, having some like hot chocolate or something. Plenty of Christmas candy, you know.
I'm going
have a good movie.
hunting, for wild otters.
Oh,
Kill
fuck.
them, cook them.
Oh fuck.
Yeah, just the normal stuff.
As you do. I'm gonna
What's-
hate you for it though.
Is that how you
What's,
guys met? Billy Bob was hunting you?
Oh, that sounds about right.
That sounds
Um,
okay.
Frederick, what is Christmas in Quebec like?
Well, in my family, my mom is going to make like Chinese fondue. That's kind of what we eat
Huh.
during celebration, you know.
Chinese fondue.
Mm-hmm. And
I'm not complaining. It sounds good.
it is good. Yeah, it's like very thin slices of beef that you dip into what do you call it? Not a sauce, but a bouillon is a broth.
Soup?
So you have
Okay.
a broth that you dip in, like a common broth that everyone dips their.
Not like a soup.
Kind of like a soup. Yeah. But
Well, it's not. It's not really a soup. It's a kind of just liquid.
Well, it's a broth.
Seasoned?
It's a
Soup?
broth. It's a broth with a little candle underneath, like in the center of the table, and everyone dips their little beef that you wrap around. a
God, that
long-
sounds so wrong out of context.
You're dipping your beef in broth.
Yeah, your little tiny beef, to be exact, and some broth. Hey,
Is my
Frederick.
translation module off or what?
Leave it to Billy to make any statement whatsoever in the history of man a
He's gonna
dirty
make.
statement.
Yeah, I know he's gonna make it sound dirty anyway.
Well, listen, I'm just saying the way it was sounding.
I'm just
the way you
saying,
talked.
all right?
I mean, you were
Everything
really
sounds
getting into
dirty,
it.
all right?
That's because we're French. Everything we say sounds sensual and alluring. You know.
Insert dick joke here.
Anyways, continue. You made this awkward silence.
So Kathleen Kennedy's about
Insert
to.
dick joke here.
Kathleen
There you go.
Kennedy's about to get fired anytime, guys.
Of course.
Yeah, and there's a civil war going on in Lucasfilm right now. I swear, civil war right now.
Is that still the rumor?
Look, if there was a civil war occurring in Lucasfilms, I would be talking about it. So since I, the man that talks about civil wars, is not talking about it, it ain't happening.
So which
Ah,
side
it
would you
ain't
guys back?
happening.
Listen, Doomcock told me that there's a civil war happening in Lucasfilm.
read out. I only heard you ever cover one Civil War, not multiples.
Yeah, when do we get a sequel? to that?
Anyways,
Out?
What's
Preferably.
going on with the Congo Civil War, man? What's going on down there?
which Congo Civil War? They just
The one
bleed
going
into
on
each
right
other.
now.
It's civil wars within civil wars.
Read out. When's the sequel?
It's kind of in developmental hell at the moment.
Bullshit. Must be wasting all that time on graphics and stuff.
I thought Tim
Yeah.
Pool was promoting the new Civil War all the time. There's gonna be one. It's coming up.
Yeah, but it's in developmental hell.
They gotta
Listen, they
stop
got
announcing these
delayed.
projects.
He got delayed, from like there was creative differences.
There were creative differences between the Orange Man and Congress.
That's gonna be fun. We're gonna open up next year with Trump in office.
It's going to be an interesting time.
It's gonna be
Going to be an interesting time. The best time. Most wonderful of times. You won't
he
believe
needs
it,
to
folks.
show up with like a gold chain, two-time president.
I just mean myself back into the White House. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Pepe, he needs to write in a holiday Pepe Day. Pepe Trump.
Has anybody read the 10th annual Festivus report from Rand Paul?
No,
Oh, it's
I have not.
well, today is Festivus. If you're not aware, it is the day where we air our grievances of all the ways people have wronged us over the past year. And I want to point out that this cover for the Festivus report has, of course, the poll. It has the Magic School Bus on it for reasons I'm sure they make sense.
It's a what
Clearly they
day?
do.
Anyways,
It's a what day? Hold on, no, explain this. What?
the Festivus report.
What is that?
You don't know what the Festivus report is?
No, actually, I don't.
So Rand Paul, for the past decade, has released a Festivus report on December 23rd, 2024, aka Festivus, because that's when the Seinfeld episode dropped. And it's basically his analysis of all the ridiculous spending the federal government
okay.
has done. Yeah.
Okay.
It's just a spending report, essentially, but it's funny. And this year, it includes, but is not limited to, ghost towns on the government's dime. The federal government spent $10 billion on maintaining, leasing, and furnishing entirely empty buildings. A Florida man stole $8 million in COVID relief funds to buy an island and more. The Department of the Interior spent $12 million on a Las Vegas pickleball complex.
Read out, you need to say that in Dr. Evil's voice. $12 billion.
$12 billion.
There you
What the
go.
fuck?
The
What
Department
happened
of
to
State
Dr. Evil.
$300,000 to fund censorship of non-liberal and conservative media. The Department of Health and Human Services awarded a $2 million grant
Oh my!
to
I know
study
what-
kids
I
looking
know
at
what Trump
Facebook
needs to
ads.
do.
as
I know what
food.
Trump needs to do in his first day in office.
Dude, we're barely a third away.
He
from it.
needs to hire a midget, right?
I
Oh
know where
my
this is
God.
going.
But the midget's
Where
got to
is
get like
this
the
going?
blonde wig, orange skin.
I know where this is going. His own
Then
mini
he
me.
needs to make his first speech, and he's like, "I need to introduce," and he brings him out, and he's like, "I call him Mini Me." Just do it.
I want to point out that here we have the federal government spent $7 million on various magical projects.
What?
$7 million.
That's his words. I don't know.
Magical products?
Get magical products. I'm sure that's probably how it's described in the omnibus bills as well.
Are they magically delicious?
And then we got the Agency for International Development spent $20 million on a show called Alon Sim Sim. a Sesame Street like show being aired in Iraq.
Wait, is that the one that's like telling them to be like jihadists and kill them people and shit?
I don't know. Probably.
There is a, by the way, this is a real thing. Y'all can look it up. It is a Sesame Street type of show in which is telling you how to be a good jihadist and kill the Jews. I'm not bullshitting.
So is Wrangler in the backstage area? Is he trapped? I see he posted in the private chat.
Hold up. Thought I added him earlier.
There you are.
Yeah, but I dropped back out because my phone battery died and my computer lost signal all at the same time. And I had to pull out my old phone that no longer has service, hook it up to the Wi-Fi, and it lags on everything.
Well, don't worry. We're already over time, so we're gonna go.
That's kind of a
Billy.
bummer. It cut out right when I was like at the end.
Or Otter, possibly. Oh, he's not here. Billy. So Die Hard is a straight, tried and true Christmas movie. Correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so then Die Hard 3 is not a real Die Hard movie because it's not in Christmas.
That's not necessarily true.
Die Hard 2 is a Christmas movie.
Die Hard 3 and beyond. Well, no, the fifth one takes place.
I
during
see what
Christmas,
you're
right?
saying because the first two are definitely Christmas
Yeah.
movies. I see
Yeah.
what you're
Look,
saying.
a movie
all of a
series
sudden
can
they
change
abandon
genre
Christmas?
and still be like part of the same series. Look at Beastmaster, for example. It goes from swords and sorcery to straight up reverse isekai from movie 1 to 2.
But it's totally losing the spirit. And in the second Beastmaster, they go to LA, so that's not helping.
I mean, it's not helping, but I mean, it's
Hold
still
on,
technically
Otter,
the same.
Are you
series.
trying to use Beastmaster as like an allegory for comparing Die Hard? That's no.
Are you saying Beastmaster is a
No,
Christmas movie?
Okay, he's using it as this. Beastmaster, the first one, is a kind of Conan derivative, right? The
I guess
second
so.
one is
I don't know if Beastmaster should be in the same breath as
Now,
Die
if we're
Hard.
saying
Any
Die Hard,
conversation
Christmas,
though.
So what
Christmas
we're-
franchise, right? We're saying Die Hard's Christmas franchise, right?
Hey, yeah. Well, the first two, and then after that, they go off the rails.
I would argue Die Hard 1 is a Christmas movie, but Die Hard itself is not a Christmas franchise. That's my argument.
All right, then where were you going with that allegory? Like, I'm confused now as well.
So, Beastmaster 1 and 2, completely different genre between movies, but it's still the same franchise. You can argue the same for Die Hard. It technically swaps out subgenres, but it's still the same series of movies. That was my overall point.
Yeah, but I don't think James was arguing that.
Oh,
because
well, then I
Die
misheard.
Hard 3 isn't a Christmas movie. Die Hard 1 and 2 aren't.
Christmas. And I will
Then
say,
probably misheard.
which I will go into deeper detail tomorrow, Die Hard's one of the worst Christmas movies, next to Rambo.
Is Rainbow really a Christmas movie?
People say so because it's got a
No,
Christmas
no,
tree in
no,
the background of
No,
the scene.
no, that don't count. That don't count. Yeah,
What
Rambo
makes a
doesn't
Christmas movie?
Hold up,
Let
wait,
me know
no.
tomorrow.
Technically, it could be construed as a Christmas movie, but it's not about like Santa Claus. He'd be,
It's pretty razor thin though. It's like none of the themes are really Christmassy.
Hold up. Let me explain. Okay.
Go on.
Krampus, Krampus,
Yeah.
right? Listen,
The
they were
movie?
all naughty, so he had them get trapped with a tree, and fucked all the cops up, right?
Oh, okay. So he's like the embodiment of Krampus. Is
Yeah.
what you're saying.
And these are all overgrown children because that's how the cops act like in that movie,
And who's the military when they come and get him away at the end? Like, is that Santa or?
Yes.
Obviously. That's exactly how it works.
I have no dog in this fight, to be honest with you. Like, I actually wouldn't consider Rambo at all Christmas. Not even close.
Me
Not
neither.
at all.
I
I've
like
seen
poking
people
fun of
saying
it
that.
because it's honestly just a fun fight to have in general.
I will argue Gremlins technically considered a Christmas movie.
Yes, for the last handful of movies, I've been preparing for the conversation
Yeah,
tomorrow
Gremlins,
of what
I
is a
do.
Christmas movie, and that one I use as a spectrum, like it's in the middle, because it sets up all your Christmassy themes, and then it actually turns a lot of them on its head before the end. So it actually does subversion in a good way compared to other movies that try to do subversion.
All right. Alrighty.
Sesame
Frequency.
Street or Rocky edition.
Also, it's really dumb that Billy's dad gets him a Mogwai as a pet just because he already has a dog that follows him everywhere. It's like, hey, I thought it would be great to get you another pet, even though you already got this one that won't leave you alone. And what the hell was Billy doing?
He went to the thrift store to get his son like a last minute gift, wasn't it, as well?
Yeah. Then he got him a Mogwai. But also when the Mogwai get fed and start multiplying or start like cocooning and shit, why is Billy eating at 12 o'clock at night and getting it confused for like 8 o'clock at night? What is that kid up to?
Because they no, it's because he's asking if it's past midnight, and it's like they chewed the fucking alarm clock.
Yeah, but think about it. The alarm says it's gonna barely turn 9 o'clock, right? And he's eating like dinner, but it's after 12. How do you like?
Oh, Frederick, he's eating for 4 hours straight.
Yeah, it's a full plate of food too. It's not like it's a snack.
He had the munchies, man. He
Yeah,
was
I mean, I've had a lot of meals late at night. I can definitely identify with that.
Yeah, and that
Those
kid's on
munchies,
drugs.
man.
I'm saying it. Billy's on drugs in those movies because there's no way you're getting after 12 confused with 9 o'clock.
Well, also, I don't think we can talk about Gremlins and Gremlins 2 in the same breath either, because Gremlins 2, oh god. I love Gremlins 2, but it's
very meta.
Gremlins 2 is the better film, in my opinion.
it is it is more entertaining, yes.
It is very meta, Gremlins 2. It's basically
Literally.
poking fun
Rip.
of-
Joe
it's
Dante only made the movie because they're like, we will give you whatever you want. And he's like, I could do anything I want.
Anything?
Yeah, because he didn't want to do it.
No, he did not. It's a shit post. It is an hour and a half shit post, and it is fantastic.
It's good.
Which has the perfect scene in the movie where he's like you have the critics like the nitpicking plot holes in the first movie. The one dude's doing it.
Oh yeah, you had Siskel and
yeah.
Ebert who did a cameo in the second Gremlins
No,
movie.
It was
the
another-
movie critic. No, not the movie critic. This is actually in the control room where they're talking about the plot
I know
holes
them.
of the first.
Oh,
Yeah,
about the
yeah.
Fucking
rules.
Gremlin shoots out of the control thing and bites him in the face.
Don't question the rules. Stop ruining a good time.
The other one, that one was specifically the movie critic, which actually I do got to give him credit for actually like showing up to do like a
Yeah, it
cameo
came in
for-
and everything.
to get like beaten up by the fucking gremlins.
I wonder how long it took for the audience when they actually saw Gremlins 2 in theaters. And when did that come out? 91? Where they realized this is a shitpost. How long did it take for it to sink in?
I don't think they knew. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think actually Gremlins 2 did that well.
I don't think it did either, but people went and saw it.
I'm sure some.
I'm sure I saw it when it came out.
But we're fixing to wrap this up. So, read out. Why don't you start us out with the first of the partner clubs?
Thursday, we will be doing a live stream. It is the last live stream from yours truly for the year, and it is viewers' choice. So just like last year, viewers sent in topics they wanted me to talk about. We are a history channel, Read Out Productions, but really I'll talk about anything, at least anything that I get interested by. So if you want to go over to my YouTube channel or go to X, you could actually go and go to the threads and comment if you want to send in a subject for Thursday's stream. This Wednesday, Christmas Day, we will have a special Retrace in History. It is about the truth of what went down at Valley Forge. It'll be coming out this Wednesday, Christmas Day. And yeah, that's what I have to shield. See you in 2025.
That's right. Frederick.
I make comics.com. So that'll take you to Retail Comic, where you can follow the progress of the comic book. I'm coming along pretty far now. I'm penciling page 19 as we speak. So 19 of 24. So getting close to the end there. It's coming out in 2025. Check it out.
Yay.
And I also
Oh,
have
yeah.
a art stream on YouTube on Tuesdays, except tomorrow I will be off for 1 weekend. But we will be back on New Year's Eve to close out the year and kick off the new one.
Yes. James.
Yay, that's me. I'm an animal, I promise. Don't eat me. I'm going
promise,
to be
that's
doing
not an animal.
I'm going to be doing a magnificent stream tomorrow on the eve of Christmas Eve, as they call it here in this location. Come join us and leave your opinion on what is a Christmas movie. That's what we're going to be discussing for an hour and a half tomorrow. Come join us for that. It's going to be fun. And
Sweet.
that's a World Without End Lore, not Substack. No, World Without End Lore on YouTube, not on the Substacks.
Why does it have a human tone?
Why does what have a human tone?
That's a ham.
The cream
That's
pie.
not
Why does
ham.
it have a human tongue?
That's a
Yeah,
slice
what
of
the hell,
ham.
Oh.
Doug?
That's a slice of ham, guys.
That's
Yeah,
not
there
a
you
slice
go.
of ham.
Well, I wasn't always a lovely little sweet roll. I was once a human being like you, and then Billy Bob got a hold of me in the shed.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
Oh no!
He gave me what he called the serum. And then I started to turn into bread-like things, and now I protrude sweetness out of my face through the frosting you see before you. It protrudes everywhere. Gets all over the walls, the floor. It's really sticky, though it tastes pretty good, It really invites the ants over, though, so I got to keep on moving.
Alrighty. Otter.
Well, if you want to find out more of what the water weasel does, you can check out Steel and Stormbright: The Curse of the Star Raids. If you like swords and sorcery and tales that involve brothers being bros, I think you'll like this one. There's some high fantasy in there, some magic, some dangerous monsters, and of course some athletic tits. I'm currently revising the second book as we speak, still polishing some things up, hoping to get that arranged early on next year. In the meantime, you can also find more of my writing on downstreampulp.substack.com, and you can also find me streaming from time to time on YouTube.
Frequency.
Frequency 404 is not working at the moment.
Stay away from his shed. Stay away from Billy's shed. Frequency. Whatever you do, don't go in.
Why am I hearing
Frequency.
music?
Alright.
Why am I hearing boss music?
I'm
I
pretty
heard that.
confident that was the Interstellar soundtrack.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes,
Oh.
that was a voice. That was a voice.
All right. I forgot to pull the USB out. The capture card was still attached. Yeah, you can find
Oh.
you can find my stuff on Amazon. Bad Kitty, Haley's World, and Haley Star Bad Kitty. You can also find me in the all under Frequency Studios.
We got most of that.
You cut out a little bit.
Alright.
Internet in your face.
Well, Merry Christmas, everybody.
Merry Christmas.
This is why you're
Happy
not-
Festivus.
Well played.
Air
Have
your
an-
grievances. You only have a few more hours.
Have an utterly happy
Make
new
Jerry
year.
Stiller proud.